welcome to the Ironkeep Chronicles.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's good for not having discussed that at all.
No, we did. And it's a lot like Monday Night Dungeon Fight, where there's a call and response. I appreciate
Nobody
that.
tell Amy, and then next week.
Yeah.
we'll do
when
it,
she
and
comes in.
What?
I'm so
Horns?
embarrassed.
We all just actually have horns at that point?
Ooh, okay.
There's a ghost outline here of Amy Vorpal who will be flying in.
Ghost!
I don't know.
Oh, you
literally
scared?
like
Punch
flying
it.
in like a tornado.
Oh, but it's also a woman.
Apparently, she's in the process of adopting a dog. So
Saving for
be
dog.
prepared.
What if it's a
for-
person? How are we going to tell her?
Well, it's gonna be weird.
You bought a person.
Oh, Amy, you accidentally engaged in human trafficking and slavery. Oops.
Not again.
Classic Amy.
Guess it's going on the next album.
Hey, everybody. I'm Tom Lommel. I am your dungeon master. I am your dungeon bastard. Welcome to the show here. We're going to be playing Tales of the Yawning Portal.
Woo,
Where
woo.
is it? Look at. Now,
Don's on the
does the
cover.
white light mean that we're on that camera, or the red light means
Red
we're
light.
The red light means we're over there, so I'm over here right now.
It actually looks a lot like Lenny Killmaster.
It
That's what
deliberately,
they said.
apparently, it deliberately looks
Yeah,
that
they
way.
based it
That's
off
what
of
they
it.
Does he
said.
need a hat?
The best part about this is Brian Patterson, who does the D20 Monkey comic, is going to redo this cover with my face on it.
Yeah.
That's coming. So he's got a little vacation trip that he's going on before that happens. But
Tell us exactly where. What's the address? he's
well,
staying
as a
at?
matter of fact. So that's what we're going to be playing through. My intent, we're going to start with the Sunless Citadel, and then we will keep playing from there and see where it goes, where our path leads us. But for those of you who followed Disorganized Play and watched through all of my prep and my recap sessions for Storm King's Thunder, you got the insight into everything that happened there. Well, guess what? Now you get to watch the prep show on Tuesdays and watch the recap show on Thursdays. But tonight, you get to watch us play live Tales from the Yawning Portal. Tonight is actually a session 0. Bisbee Cares, subbing up times 6.
Thanks,
Resubs.
Phoebe. Thanks, Phoebe.
So that is the game plan. We're going to be playing D&D 5. I'm excited to be back in the saddle playing D&D for you guys in front of the cameras. And we have a terrific cast here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop, whoop. Let's start over here with Mr. Eric Reichert.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Reichert. I haven't been on a regular show for a very long time. Like, I think a year.
Real
It's been.
salty.
Wow.
Real
Yeah.
salty.
And then I was okay with it at first because I thought, Sean's coming back any minute now. And then he didn't. And then I complained to Dom a bunch. And then now
You would drink a bunch of whiskey and send me really long emails.
Yeah, and just bitch and moan about it all the time. And now everyone invites me to all their shows all the time. And now I have to turn people down. So it's great.
Oh, man.
James V is subbing up
great.
times 6. I will point out that the number of times that Eric guested on and was defeated in the final round of Monday Night Dungeon Fight, I feel like you were sort of a regular,
Yeah.
honorary
A regular
regular.
failure.
I think I've lost 8 times in 3 seasons.
That's impressive.
That's jobber status.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. Going around the table, Havana Mahoney's here!
Guys, how's it going? I'm Havana Mahoney. What are we talking about?
Who are you?
Who are you? What's going on? What do you
Gosh,
wanna...
how much time do we have?
Do you want to? Hey, I have an idea. What is something that you would like to have either achieve or have happen in this game, like from the campaign? What are you? What's something like a campaign thing that you would like to have? Like, would be a goal or
I think personally I would like to not break character as much.
Sure.
Because I
That's
am a real giggle beast. I'm a real giggle beast, and I get real excited, so I would like to play this a little bit more close to the chest this time.
Okay.
And we've talked about that a little bit.
A little bit, we did.
But
Mhm.
I'm excited for that.
Okay.
To not be such a giggler.
That's great. No, I think I have to say, like, in all of my varied years of playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I do feel like staying in character and role playing is one of like the hardest things, and especially like we're all performers and comedians and improvisers and actors and stuff like that. And even for us, it's hard to like stay in character. Like it feels weird, right? So when I'm playing with like my friends from home and stuff like that, like playing in character is kind of a
That stress you out, Eric?
it feels a little like it's intimidating, right? Like it feels
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
to be like, well, I'm playing my character now, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope you think
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I think I've just had troubles in the past where it's like, am I communicating something I'm frustrated with as me, or am I communicating something I want to solve as my character? And when you're going back and forth all the time, it's just hard to define the lines, and then it's hard to get shit done
Right. Yeah.
in game.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And well, and there's always that classic moment in Dungeons and Dragons of like, are you saying that, or is that your
Exactly.
character
That's what I'm
saying
talking
that?
about.
Yeah.
It's like if you have to take the time to figure that out,
So
like
many-
have the discussion.
Bestian Fills, thanks for the resubs, and
yeah.
Prantagonist. I'm not wearing my glasses for a reason.
Protagonist.
It's
thanks
like
for the follow.
protagonist.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Further around the table,
Hey.
Gaurav Gulati's here, ladies
That's
and
me.
gentlemen.
Hi,
It's
everybody.
you.
Clap for me.
It's you.
Hi, I'm Gaurav, and well, I don't know what I'm playing yet. I think I have an idea in my head, but yeah, I'm happy
No
to be back
spoilers.
on Wednesday nights. I missed playing D&D on a weekly
Yeah.
basis
Yeah.
so much. I've started running my own game, which actually Dom's in, but I miss playing it as well regularly with a group of people that I enjoy, and I couldn't be happier to be with this group of people here. I don't know why she's crying.
I just love you so much.
Oh, okay. It was a happy cry. Yeah, I'm very excited. One thing I'd love to happen in this game, or this, I guess, campaign, would be I would like to die and then be resurrected.
I haven't died except for in Monday night, I guess.
Monday Night
Yeah.
Dungeon.
Yeah.
Well, for real.
I want a meaningful death.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been really unconscious before.
Yeah.
Quite
I've had
unconscious.
one character die, but it was kind of like by my choice. It was like we
Suicide
were
mission.
ending like the game,
Sure.
and it was like it seemed like the right point for this to happen, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like I want something like really.
Yeah.
I want a
Funny
Tracy death.
What,
Ooh.
wait,
does
which
that
one?
mean?
Because the first one was.
Her characters always die in the most outlandish ways. And
There was a session we were playing in the last brigade, and basically, we finished it. It was the end of the night, and she's like, "Oh, can I go back and check that one room?" And he's like, "Well, you know it's trapped." She's like, "I'll check it." So she went alone, tried punching this door, got electrocuted to death.
and no one was there to
and
heal her.
I ran in, but she was like, "Well, I failed all my rolls, so I'm dead." So it was the end of the session.
and
We
then
had
we
done
went
everything.
We went and looted the room anyway.
I mean, we had to. What else would you do at that point?
I don't know.
I when I first started playing Adventurers League, I was playing a character. I don't remember what I was playing. I got knocked unconscious, and so I made a death save, and then I failed a death save, and I think for some reason the DM's character was an NPC in the group because we didn't have enough characters,
Okay.
which isn't 100% like legal, right?
Sure.
But whatever.
Legal.
And it's not like you're not supposed to like allow like
have
your
rules for
But
Yeah.
like, I like
DM.
the idea that the police would come in and just be like, "Excuse me, sir."
We're the Dungeons and
We got
Dragons
reports
police.
of
We
a
got a
DMPC.
Like I don't think he was getting XP, but it was like he was along to help us out because
Yeah.
there's only 3 of us or some garbage like that. And the DM was like, "Well, you know my character could go over and like feed you a healing potion or whatever." And I'm like, "No, your character wouldn't do that. He's a barbarian. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
stay and stand toe to toe and keep fighting this guy."
Yeah.
And I'm like, besides, I've only failed 1 death save. Everything's
Oh,
fine.
I know what happens here.
Jinked myself.
I know
right?
exactly
Completely
what
jinxed
happens
myself. Came around the table, make your death save. I rolled a natural 1. Dead.
Yeah.
Dang
As a
it.
doorknob.
Dang
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And then I was like, I had just hit like 5th or 6th level, and I didn't have enough money to res myself, but I couldn't get the free faction res or whatever. And I was
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow.
or maybe I could get the free faction res, but I got no XP for that night. And I was like,
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
so that was my experience with Death Adventure. So, you know, I will say we haven't really had a ton of discussion about this offline, so we can have the conversation now. But if you want to play, you know, kind of a hardcore, gritty, tough campaign, that's an option that's available to you guys in terms of like I don't plan on like power leveling you really hard and
Yeah.
you know and pushing a ton of extra abilities on you and things like that. So I think we'll kind of progress at sort of, you know, whatever rate it naturally goes.
Yeah.
I have found that generally like every 4 sessions or so, depending upon where you are on the storyline, that's about when a level up kind of naturally occurs or it feels appropriate and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Like I'm not 100% pegged on, according to this timeline, we're going to level you up, but I have found that like it generally gears that way toward, okay, well, about 4 or 5 sessions, let's tick over another level. The early levels, of course, like 300 XP is nothing.
Before this dog comes in. You guys, Garob's birthday was yesterday.
It's true.
That's right.
Happy birthday, Garob.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was going to bring you cupcakes, but Garob doesn't like sweet things.
That's true for the most part.
I brought you these
Oh crap! Wow! How does
birthday Cheez-Its.
Wow, you remembered. How did you know
They're
this?
so gross, but you love them.
I do love them. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
happy
it.
birthday.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
You don't have to share them because I brought cookies for normal people.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Well, great.
So,
Oh,
and I also
homemade
brought
even.
your Tupperware.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's my Tupperware.
They maybe were in the oven a minute too long, but they're not burnt. They're just crunchy.
Oh, they smell really good.
Thanks. You can have a
Nice.
cookie too. I just
Okay,
thought
I never
maybe
said I wasn't going.
you'd prefer.
It's his birthday. Let him have a cookie, Havana.
Yeah, if he wants a cookie, he can have a cookie.
But if everybody could say happy birthday, Grav, in the chat,
And my
I won't
birthday's
be
in
able to.
2 weeks.
you'll feel it. Can you feel it?
I feel it.
I feel
Is it
it's
really?
happening right
Yes.
now.
What's the exact date?
The 18th.
Wait, so we're gonna be here
Yes.
on your birthday?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Shouldn't have told us that. Shouldn't have told us
No,
that.
was that a mistake?
Big
Oh.
The
mistake.
18th 's
We're
a
gonna
Thursday.
be.
Oh, that's a Thursday. That's
I know,
right,
'cause I'm flying to Detroit the
It's the
18th.
3rd
Oh,
today, right?
well,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Yeah.
To
You're not
get
gonna be
stabbed?
here.
What are you doing
Be-
there?
Be the night
Visit
before.
somebody.
Yeah, we'll still
Be here the
do
night
something
before.
probably.
All
so.
right. Okay. I just realized that it was my birthday. I guess
We're all
that's
just gonna
what's
roll
going
like
on.
dice that have all 20s on them.
Oh.
Oh, what's up, Tom? Sorry. No big deal.
I was at Gen Con one year and I found those cheater dice
Yeah.
that don't have a 1 on them. They have
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
20s, and I was like, I should pick up a set just so I know what they look like. So
Right,
that when
yeah.
I catch somebody at the table.
I think
That's
the
so
first
funny.
game I played with you, Amy was here too. You're like, hey, Amy, use this dice. And it was a 20-sider that had 2 1s and no 20s.
That was Mason.
Oh, yeah.
I ditched my cheater dice like that. I don't know where I put them. I think I got rid of them. I've never used them. I just had them. So, are things happening?
Yeah, the assholes in front of the gate wouldn't let her in, so she was
Oh.
waiting until all the cars would move, and then all the cars started moving, and then they started backing up again. So
Jeez.
All right.
Her way back in. But she is in.
So, Amy is on her way. Tonight we're doing a session 0 for you guys. We're going to be doing a character building session. So, I talked about this a little bit yesterday on the prep stream. I talked about this quite a bit yesterday on the prep stream. I talked about this for an hour and a half yesterday.
Oh man, plug your prep stream some more.
Way to sell it. I want to listen to Tom talk for an hour and a half.
He's irritated that he's even opening his mouth.
Tom doesn't want to be there. I certainly do.
Oh, Johnny, thanks for the sub.
I'm still
Thank
Johnny.
you.
Twice you-
Yeah,
I'm
double
still.
subbing up. Very
Double
nice.
sub. I don't know how you did it, but
So
good
tonight
job.
we're going to do a character building session. It is actually sort of like what I consider a prequel to the actual kickoff of the actual adventure, and is really designed to be low on heroism and high on developing your character and your relationships between the characters and your character traits and that sort of thing. So because you're characters with low competency, we put you kind of in the pressure cooker a little bit and then see how you respond in that fashion. So surprise, surprise, we are not going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I find that this
Tricked ya.
I know I hashtagged it D&D, but guess
Whoa.
what?
Oh God.
Boy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Face
No, that was like a pod person kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
he did that, rip the mask off, and I did like peel the face apart.
Yeah.
And then there's a brain thing with like weird eye stalks.
The real Tom.
The real Tom.
Just like
yes.
Tila Tequila.
What?
Did you know she's a Nazi?
What?
And she fights lizard people. She's
What?
great. Read her blog. It's a treat.
All right.
Just a treat.
Very good. So we're going to be playing my own personal hack of a game. Yes, it's a game. Is it a game? I had a moment there where I thought, is it a game? It was never completed. A rough draft game by John Harper called The Wildlings is what this is based off of. I have obviously not obviously, but I'm a jerk, so I have hacked it and embellished it and customized it a little bit for a prequel for a D&D type of session. And so we're going to be playing a variant that I call the Beastlings. If you are a Patreon backer, and I hope that you have backed our Patreon because it was just May 1st here on Monday. It was a great time to get in. But if you are a Patreon backer and you look in the Patreon general folder of goodies and treats that we drop out there for you guys, you will find a folder called Ironkeep, and inside that folder is a Beastlings character sheet. So you will have the character sheet for this game. I may or may not put the full PDF together of kind of how to run it. I don't know why I wouldn't, but sometimes I just I want to respect some other people's work. On the other hand, John Harper is very much like share my game and enjoy, especially because he never finished it.
Oh.
So
Thank you for the follow, PB Dragon 83.
PB Dragon.
should we speculate
PBR
on
Dragon.
what the PBR Dragon?
Which I was envisioning this whole time.
Yeah, PBR Dragon.
Delight.
It breathes a nice pilsner. from-
Pabst Blue Dragon. Yeah.
Very good. So that's what we're going to be playing. Amy's on her way up, but you know what? Let's talk through it a little bit while we're waiting for her to get here, and we can get her caught up. So let's take a look at how does this game work. So here's your character sheets.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Knowing full well we're going to go completely off the rails once the dog arrives. So, and here is the sheet that explains character
okay.
creation.
Dokie.
So those are those things. All right, so let me, for our fine folks watching at home, let me give you just a basic rundown of what's going on here. So, in Wildlings, there, Slathiel, thanks for the follow. In normal Wildlings, you have 5 spirit animals that are sort of the avatars that kind of lord over the realm, right? In Beastlings, there are 9 beasts. Risky Pixels! 7-Up.
Oh, thank you, Risky
Thanks,
Pisco.
Risky.
So in Beastlings, there are 9 magical animals that have kind of domain over different actions in the world, right? So like a Minotaur has domain over tracking and hunting and embracing danger. A unicorn has domain over swiftness and grace, and some of these things are deliberately sort of vague and open to interpretation. So a unicorn also has domain over opening your heart. Now, whatever you think that means, if it means opening yourself to nature, oh, I see a dog coming in here. Oh, look at this cute little guy.
Oh.
He's very sad and scared,
Yeah, of
Aw.
course he is.
but he's mine now, so he'll be fine.
Yay!
Little doggy.
Hello.
This is Irving.
That's a cool dog name.
I know, I love it.
Yes.
He'll just chill out. He's like super chill already.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can get a bowl of water.
Oh, I brought a bowl. That would be awesome. I'm already a dog mom. I put a bowl in my purse.
Irving wants to explore all the way around underneath the table.
Put him on the table.
Irving. Is
Put
that
him on the
now is
table.
Irving the name that you named him, or
No,
that's the name he
with
came
that
with?
name, and I was like, that's perfect.
Nice.
So I don't know if you guys have food on the ground, but
We do not.
No, I don't think so.
I have a bottle of water, but not much else.
he's not
Hi.
really that friendly.
Hello.
He came from a kill shelter actually,
Oof.
and
Where are you going?
And so I
Okay,
don't know what
bye.
I'm doing exactly, but I just don't want to screw it up. But I think with a lot of love, he'll be okay, right?
Yeah, of course. Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy. Way to go.
No.
Was this a spontaneous decision
He's like,
of yours?
peace.
Yeah, he's like, well, this is
See
cool.
you,
I'm out of here.
suckers.
Hey, maybe come back over here.
Maybe.
Do you have a blanket for him?
I have a dog bed in my car. I should probably go get him that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy. Sorry to derail everything. Should I go grab the dog
We
bed?
expected it.
No, we had no idea that something like this might happen.
No, I didn't either. They told me, because I was like, oh, what about this guy? And they're like, well, he's being transferred, like, tomorrow morning, and I was like,
Ugh.
so it just happened very quickly.
That's
I was
heartbreaking.
Because I was looking at him for like a week and a half, and I was like, okay, I guess today's over. Maybe I'll put the leash on just
So for those of you who cannot hear because Amy's not 100% on mic, which is fine. So Amy has just adopted a dog from a shelter that was slated to go to a bad place tomorrow. So this Irving is here with us and will be sitting in on our session today. So there you go.
He will be our
Little
shared
mascot.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
He likes corners apparently, obviously, because he's.
Gonna wander around a little bit. Got to check everything out.
Yeah, could you? It's on my floorboard in the passenger seat. He may or may not. He was like passed out in it on the way here, but he still might not.
How old is he?
He's old. He's like, they sold him as 7, and then the people who were like trying to foster him until they couldn't said he was probably 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so he's an older guy.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't say no to that face.
Aww.
What a cute young man.
Yes.
Well, welcome to the family, Irving. So this is Beastlings. So there are 9 different iconic monsters who kind of have a domain over influence in the world, right? So the golden owl has domain over watching and listening and implementing a plan. The imp governs sneaking and hiding, entering or escaping. There's the troll, the sphinx, the djinn, the gargoyle, and the dragon. So essentially in Wildlings, you may have, if you just Google Wildlings and John Harper, you'll see what the original base rules are like. And in the original base rules, there were 5 creatures, a stag and an owl and a boar and a wolf and things like that. So I've done this adaptation that brings us up to 9. And one of the reasons that I brought it up to 9 is so that it kind of covers a little bit more of the entire scope of things that you might do in Dungeons and Dragons, right? So, if you want to...
D&D? Is the Beastlings D&D?
No, we're not
okay.
playing D&D tonight, right?
Gotcha.
So we're gonna play something. We're gonna play something very rules light, very quick and easy to play. Something where you are low competency. So you can expect to fail and have bad things happen on a regular basis. But one of the things that I love about Wildlings is that it is always set in sort of the cusp of young adulthood. So you're essentially teenagers, and with that you have all of the emotions and the drama and the kind of sense of overwhelming frustration with the world and kind of like grappling with the world in the way that you don't have like when you're a first level D&D character, right? So I like the high stakes kind of like teen drama that comes out of a game of Wildlings. Let me explain very, very quickly how the game works so that you can decide how you want to build your character. So the basic mechanic is when you attempt to do something that is governed by one of our totem beasts or our beast avatars or whatever you want to call it, when you try and do something that falls under their domain, you roll a die associated with that creature, right? So if you were trying to track something through the woods, you would I would have you roll your Minotaur die. Now, if you roll a 4 or higher, you succeed to some degree, okay? You get to choose 1 to 3 outcomes depending upon how well you roll. Obviously, the higher you roll, the better. If you roll a 3 or below, something bad happens, whether it happens to you or one of your fellow party members or just happens to the world in general. So a 3 and below is bad, right? A 4 and up is higher. If you get 4, 5, or 6, you get to choose 1 outcome. 7, 8, or 9, you get to choose 2. And a 10 or higher, you get to choose 3 outcomes. The outcomes are listed at the bottom of your character sheet. So the outcomes just mean you get to apply an adjective. Adjective? I think it's an adverb. To how you accomplish this thing. Yes, it's an adverb. So you might do, if you were trying to bust down a door, you get to choose.
Boldly.
You might do it boldly. You might do it carefully. Okay.
Forcefully.
Forcefully, right.
Precisely.
Quickly, quietly.
I'm gonna break down the store quietly.
Well, but
Thoughtfully.
like that actually
yeah.
might be like something that you might want to do. Like
Yeah.
you could
It's
somehow.
like in the Arkham Knight games when you have to stealth kick open a grate.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Nobody heard this.
In air ducts where it's so echoey.
So the more the better that you do, the more of these adverbs that you can apply to your action. All right, think about that. So the way that you build your character essentially is you assign across the top of the sheet. You see that there's a number of dice indicated here. There's 9 dice. 2 d4s, 3 d6s, 2 d8s, a d10, and a d12. You'll be assigning each of those to one of your 9 creatures, and that's kind of how you build essentially sort of your skill pools or your attributes, whatever you want to think of it as, right?
Okay.
So whatever you consider your character best at, you would want to put your d12 in, and the things that you consider your character worst at, you'll put your d4 in. So you always have a chance of success, but like what you have your d4 in, 75% chance you're going to roll a 3, right? On the other hand, whatever you have your d12 in, there's only a 25% chance that you're going to roll a 3 or below. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 So that's how you're going to build your character, and that's really the only thing that matters is that when you attempt something, you need to roll a 4 or higher to succeed, and a 3 or lower, something bad happens. But before we get too far down the road on that, you should first pick a name for your character. Fill that in.
This is the hardest part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Here's a pen if you'd rather have a pen.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Not if you already had a name in mind.
Yeah.
What if we're all named after Scooby-Doo characters?
Oh, jinkies.
Did you look at my sheet earlier?
Are you Vilma? You're such a Vilma.
No, obviously I'm Scrappy.
Oh, I was gonna be Scrappy.
Oh God, the worst character.
Yes.
Oh
dare
no!
you.
Now, I would have to murder your character
Scrappy
if you.
Dappy, don't.
Oh.
Scrappy Dappy, don't even.
I think I named myself Tax Sully Pond. I heard it today and I thought it was really cool.
Hey!
But I said it out loud first, so it's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's true. It was his
I heard
birthday
you say
yesterday.
it.
Amy.
Yeah, that's me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Amy Warple.
Yeah.
You
I
smell
did.
my dog?
I had a player do
Maybe.
that to me once. It was like a bunch of friends. I was like, "You guys have never played. Let's play." And one guy was like, "I'm Eric Reichert."
Nice. All right. So you should, yes. So you've got a name. Great. Now you should assign your dice, right? So if you want, the easy thing to do is just cross them off as you fill them in. That's the buzz. So you have an array of things that you're going to be decent at, and then there are going to be a couple things that you're not good at all. And then there's one other thing that I need to mention is that whenever you fight, so whenever you are trying to attack or overcome a monster, you always just roll your d10, no matter what monster it's associated with, right? You always, that's your d10 is considered your warrior die, so that tells us how you fight, right? So if you've got your d10 in the imp, that might mean you fight it as a series of like sneaky jabs and deft moves. If you fight if your d10 is in the golden owl, you might fight in a very like studied manner because their portfolio is watching and listening and implementing a plan. So that's the thing to keep in mind is even if you put your d12 in something like the troll and you're like, I really want to like hammer guys, blah blah blah, you always just use the d10 no matter what. So that's the only thing that is a little out of the ordinary. But what it also means is you have at least a decent chance of having good outcomes in a combat. You're not going to get absolutely murdered by building a weak character.
Gotcha.
So that is something to keep in mind.
I was taking laps over here. Go.
Is he even smelling anything? You're doing dogging wrong.
He was smelling me a little bit.
He's an interesting. I heard. When they told me he was a little weird, I was like, all right, I'm in.
You and me both.
I told my friends about it. They were like, oh yeah, Amy, great. I always am attracted to red flags because they were like, he's a little not social. He's kind of aloof. He's kind of scared and
kind of hides, and I'm like, all right.
You were gonna
A
say
challenge.
I will say though that I have friends who tried to adopt a dog that was very aggro, and they just couldn't go through with it. They tried to foster that dog for like a week or 2 weeks, and he was so aggressive towards other dogs that they were like, he's gonna get us in trouble.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
it's almost better to have a dog that's a little timid in that respect.
Yeah, it's not bothering me yet.
Thank you, Solo Jojo.
Solo Jojo.
Solo Jojo? Is it a
Solo
three? Is it one of those
Jojo.
elite speak things?
Maybe. Thank you for the follow.
Open your heart, D4. Get out of here.
I'm not swift or graceful.
Charm D4.
No, I guess it'll
Just
actually.
like in real life.
Don't stop.
You just changed your mind
Thanks,
on that?
Tom.
Yeah.
Is he trying to leave?
He's like, this
Cla-
place sucks.
Classic Irving.
No.
Oh,
You
Irving.
nerds.
You know what? I'm done.
It's that.
Oh, I don't think he can see very good.
No.
No, they said he can, but not great. I think he's just looking for a corner where he won't be seen. To be
Do they have to
honest.
shave him? Or are you gonna? Or is his haircut really long?
He apparently has gotten groomed recently, but he's got these little tufts that. Yeah, I'll probably have to get him
What's your name?
shaved a little.
What?
Let's make some
What?
notes.
My name's gonna be April O'Neil.
Nice.
Wow.
Is this
I'm
gonna be our?
steal
This
it.
is gonna be our
Cookie.
character
Yeah,
though
please
for
do.
the rest of it.
It doesn't
though.
have to
I'll
So-
take them all. if
So
they
I was
need
pointing
to
out
be taken.
to the rest of the group earlier that this is really more of an inspirational session. So if you
Yeah.
want to play this character differently than what you might ultimately end up playing next
Okay.
week, that's fine. If you want to play a completely different race or something like that, that's fine. It's
Okay.
designed to get the ideas. Get the idea of your character going and maybe inspire some relationships between your characters. So in an ideal world, yeah, you would just we would just fast forward this 12 years later. Here's the group now, and here's who they were back when they were kids.
Did he find?
Irving.
Did he find you? Tom, he's not supposed to love you more than me.
Is he taking the studio apart?
Yeah. If a camera goes down, that was Irving.
He just pees on the electrical outlet.
He did just pee, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest. I think I'm gonna screw it up royally, and then this dog's gonna die, and I'm gonna be responsible. But I'm just so nervous about it. I just want to be a good dog mom, and I really am scared that I'm gonna screw it up.
Dom's a
I'm
good
sure
dog
you'll do a
mom.
great job.
Oops.
Ding, that's you.
All right,
That's right.
phone off. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Ringer. Done.
All right. So these characters don't have to be like a 1-for-1
Okay.
analog for what you're going to play next week. That is sort of the premise, is that we're playing a prequel session of what your character will be. But
What is
I'm not gonna. What's what?
tap the weave?
Tap the weave. So tapping the weave
Magic.
is
No,
essentially
that is
working magic.
100% smoking a bong. that is.
You're not from California. You don't get all the hip lingo.
Yeah, we just be smoking meth out in Kansas. So
No innuendo there.
I mean,
In the Forgotten Realms, the weave is the force that creates magic, that produces magic.
oh, okay. So
So-
tapping it.
Would be drawing on the forces of magic.
What about call into shadow?
I don't know. What do you think that means?
I don't know.
It's like dark magic.
you tap the weave and then you yell at it.
New weave, who dis?
So like I said, a lot of, or at least one of these things on here for each of the
He's got it now.
each of the beasts. He's gonna get there. He's
Takes
gonna
him
get
a while.
there.
He's old. Takes him a while.
Oh, poor baby. Poor little guy. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, poor puppy.
Oh, maybe I assigned too many.
There we go. Up and over.
Oh no, I have 3 left. Just kidding.
Right on through.
He just wants to snuggle with the little bear down there. So at least some of these are intentionally kind of vague. You're not they're open for you to interpret what they mean as opposed to straight up like tracking is obviously like straightforward. Oh, okay, I know what tracking is. Embracing danger is a little more ambiguous, and that's intentional. That's by design. So, all right. So, does everybody have their dice assigned to their
Yes.
characters? All right. Good job.
Thank you.
Next, you should choose a warrior weapon. So on your character creation sheet, you have a list of warrior weapons here that include, a two-handed battle axe, 2 hand axes, a hammer, a spear and shield, daggers, a staff, a heavy crossbow, etc. So pick one of those. It's okay if both of you have the same one. I do not care. But you should pick a weapon, and you can write down what that is on your character sheet. Next, you should decide what your warrior armor is. So it could just be thick gloves and boots and a mantle made of bearskin. It could be a full-on metal breastplate and helmet with horns. It could be a mail shirt with a hooded cloak. It could be a heavy woolen cloak and tall boots. It could be a mismatched outfit of metal, rag, and bone. So, and if you want to make up something else, I'm open to hearing your idea on that.
I'm just, if you're open to ideas, like a real thick, blacksmithing apron.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just always wearing an apron.
Well, I just took a blacksmithing lesson, so I was like,
This is like,
I'm
Oh,
using
you
that.
did?
I'm using
Like-
that as inspiration.
Were you
Personally,
good
in
at
real
it?
life,
Yeah.
where are you good at?
Oh, we got to do that together.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It is. It was a lot of fun.
are you going to forge your own dice? Because I saw on Twitter today somebody there's a
Holy
guy
cow.
who's a blacksmith who forges dice.
I didn't think about that,
Jeez.
but he did say they have an open forge thing, and if you bring your own materials or buy it through them,
That's so
you
funny.
can make whatever you
It's
want.
Like an intense pottery
Ooh.
class.
And he's like, if you don't know how, I can help you figure it out too. If you have a project, so I might do
Wow.
that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Nissa123, thanks
you
for the
for
follow. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I he did a complete set of polyhedrals, and it was like $185 to buy the whole
Yeah.
set of
Whoa.
polyhedrals.
Probably because
Whoa!
he broke 3 fingers doing it.
No, not if you're careful. I mean, I didn't set myself on fire or nothing.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, so you each also have a simple knife, a bedroll, and a pack, a set of rations of dried meat, a water skin, a torch and tinder, and a length of rope. That's listed under step 6 of character creation. So you have those things. If you want to write them down, great. You can keep your character creation sheet. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. So that is sort of your basic equipment. And as I said, sort of the background here is that you are teenagers in the village of Oakhurst. Okay, so you're not talented adventurers who have set out to seek your fortune. You are coming of age. So at this point, we're going to assign bonds between the characters. Why don't we get some names going here so that our friends in the chat and myself. Did he walk in the water? Oh no, there's
yeah.
wet footsteps over
Yeah,
here.
you probably stepped in it.
Yeah. He's a real piece of shit.
Ah, Irving, troublemaker.
Just lay down, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
He just doesn't know where he is.
There's a lot to take in.
Maybe if we start making loud noises, that would help him calm down.
He was sniffing my shoes for a
Let's
second.
clap in his face.
Thank you,
Baby
baby.
punch,
Thank you for the
speaking of-
sub.
Have you seen his face? He's
Thanks
so
for the
sad.
sub, baby
Yeah.
punch.
His face is
Oh, he's rubbing on
He'll
me.
get better if you keep him you take him home a couple of days. He'll start to get used to it. He'll get
I
better.
think he wants to get in this bag.
Get in the
I think
bag.
he doesn't. I think you're right. He can't see.
He probably
He was
doesn't have-
staring at the corner for 5 minutes.
It's possible. If he's that old, he might be.
Yeah, he might not have great vision.
He's my grandpa. Leave him alone.
All right. So what's everybody's name?
Oh, my name's stupid. I don't want to say it.
No?
I'll say it for you.
No, you say it yours first. I'll
Okay.
feel less bad.
My
You
name's
can change it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is-
I wrote it down in pen, Amy.
You are
We're
the
trapped.
You are the sole creator of this character.
If we could all name ourselves while we were teenagers, they'd be terrible
Whoa.
names.
Yeah, my name would have been Avril.
Avril? That's a cool
Avril
name.
Lavigne.
It's actually a cool name.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, I'm going to change my
For
character's
fantasy
name.
stuff, that's actually pretty cool.
All right, changing my name to Avril.
I had a D&D
Cool.
character named Taylin Swift once.
Oh,
A
Taylor's-
female elf bard.
I had
that's so cool.
I had a dwarf named Queen Bear.
Queen Bear.
Queen Bear.
Oh, Queen
Ah!
And then the DM, was it you? Might have killed me off, Mason maybe. And then I brought one back, and her name was Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
And it was exactly the same character, but with different lyrics.
I think I was there for that, but I don't think I was the DM who killed you off. I'm pretty sure not. All right, Grav, who are you?
My name's Thon.
Thon?
Thawne.
Oh, you're a little baby deer.
A
All right, that's a fawn.
W
You're a little baby.
N E.
Trouble deer.
All right.
Trouble deer.
And,
That's what the T
and
stands for.
did you pick a race? Have you decided?
I'll stick with human for now.
Human.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. We'll just write that down.
Yeah, it's not creative, but yeah, that's fine.
Wow, that was not my implication whatsoever. Oh,
I was gonna go Birdman.
Somebody gets a
okay.
couple French fries in them, and all of a sudden it's all
It
knives
didn't take.
are out.
It did not take French fries. I am full of sass.
All right, Havana. What dumb thing did you name your character?
Well, I changed it to something cool.
Is it Avril now?
Yeah. Thanks, girl.
Wait, what was it before?
Gabriella.
That's pretty stupid, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, Gabriella, my best friend who always watches all my shows.
Oh no!
Just kidding.
What if I name? Why don't we?
It's her twin sister.
Why don't we compromise on Avriella?
Avriel.
Avriella.
We could compromise.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Tom.
What race are you?
Did you know my dad's name's Tom?
I did
Will
not.
you be my
know
new
that.
dad?
Wait, what?
He's still alive, but I could use
Even
two.
weirder.
I could use two.
Two dads. I don't know that
now
I would
it's-
make a good dad.
I'm like grown up. I'm taking care of most of it. I just need like $20 every now and then.
Hey everybody, guess what? Disorganized Play has been canceled. The recap show has been replaced by Tom Counsel's Havana on how to live her life.
Throw a ball around with me, Pops. That's the whole show. You just do
Why are you in the 30s? What
little
happened?
boy things with me. That sounds like a creepy thing to say.
Let me just.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you're not making it better.
Have you had a little boy and you wanted to teach him dad stuff? That's what we do instead of disorganized play. So like teach him to play baseball.
I was just back home for 3 weeks, and I spent a lot of time in the truck with my dad. I could give you onerous amounts of driving tips. Like every
I do
night
not
on
want
the
that.
way home, it was just a nonstop monologue of like, oh, you should probably be in the other lane. Okay, all right, good.
Well, I've been ignoring my oil change for a month, and I got it changed today. So.
All right. See,
you proud of
I
me,
don't think-
Dad?
I don't think you need
Are you
my
proud
help.
of me?
Oh, good job, kid.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know why I became the dad from the 30s. but
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
It's me.
It's the best kind of dad.
Well done,
Yeah.
Slugger. Are you a
Thanks,
human?
Pops.
Do you have a race? Do you have a
Well, I saw that backpack, and now I want to be
Halfling?
a halfling.
halfling? All right.
Real into that backpack.
Oh, do you have some sort of annoying halfling last name that we should bother writing down, or you can decide
I
that
wrote
later?
down Birdsong. Is that annoying?
That's a cool name.
Oh, okay.
Avril Birdsong.
She
yeah.
wishes.
Wow.
Levine. She wishes.
No,
she
she's got the voice of an angel. What are you saying?
You don't like
Amy?
Avril
Wait,
Lavigne?
Do you love Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
That's like,
Haters.
skaters.
Boys.
All right.
Okay, there's a quote of her saying about Skater Boy. She's like, you know, sometimes I took a big risk putting the number 8 in that title, but like sometimes when you're an artist, you just have to take big creative risks. Like that.
And you loved it? And you loved that?
Yes, I was like, oh my god.
She got it tattooed on her arm.
Did she?
Yeah.
Just the number 8?
No, you.
Oh,
It's
me?
just written. It's written
Haven't
right
you
there.
seen my Skater Boy chess piece? It's
All
Avril
right.
at the mall.
I gave you a little table tent. You
Thank
can
you.
display for everyone else to see and enjoy. Very good. Eric.
I am playing a probably human named Grayson Hale.
Grayson. Gray.
Grey.
Sounds
Now that is a
funky.
millennial.
Oh, yeah, he does
Come on,
sound like
S-O-N.
the Grayson
His parents
Hale.
bought him into Harvard.
Hale.
Yeah.
H-A-L-E.
Hail.
Oh, all right. Like the.
Like
All
the
right.
ring.
And probably human. We'll just write down human for now.
Yeah.
I went to the
Alright.
best school on the Sword Coast.
All right. Wow. Yeah. All right. We're gonna learn more about Grayson Hale. I like this. Dom, are these going in the actual computer someplace, or is just this is no? This is session 0. Nobody gives a crap.
He's playing video poker.
Yeah.
Oh, are you winning?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Irving's winning. He's got a wall to stare at.
Oh my god.
That's right. Good job, buddy. Yeah.
He's just haunting the studio.
Amy Vorpal.
I'm playing a dwarf,
Uh-huh.
and her name is Tack Sully Pond. T-A-K Sully Pond.
Tack Sully Pond.
Sully with an E.
Sully with an E. Get it right.
Amy.
With an, well, and then a Y. It's a Tack Sully, like...
You have a bunch of those, right?
He crossed it out.
No, dogs will eat it.
The dog will eat
He won't, I don't think he's...
If he can find it.
Yeah.
Beans ate a popsicle stick today.
Nice.
She's gonna get splinters in her intestines. What a nightmare.
See, now you're learning how to be a dad / mom.
No, she's been like that forever. I
Oh,
can't fix her.
Well, great.
All
I
right.
exactly
don't
what
even eat
Barrett-
popsicles. I don't know where she got it.
How do you know how she ate it then?
She left half of it in the bed.
Wait a minute. You don't eat popsicles, but somehow popsicle stick ended up in your bed?
I have 2 roommates, but
Oh, okay.
I guess they just leave trash on the ground.
Also, the dog's an alcoholic.
Sully
What does that have to do
Pond.
with anything?
Got blackout drunk.
Dwarf.
Went shopping and bought popsicles and then ate. Yep.
Nothing better than that 3 a.m. popsicle run on a good rolling drunk. Just like let it happen. All right. So very good. All right. It is time for our bonds. So I have a list of bonds here. We're just gonna you get to pick one and put a name in and go around the table. Is everybody familiar with Dungeon World bonds and how they work?
Yes.
All right.
So,
For those
yeah.
of you folks at home, there's like a Mad Libs style thing that essentially establishes a relationship between 2 of the characters, and so we're gonna pass this around until everybody has a bond.
Remember
with
last
somebody
time
else.
I played a game with you, we became reluctant lovers?
Yeah.
Just so that we could be king and queen?
Yeah. And
Can we have that?
Let me see here. Oh yes, Blank and I became reluctant lovers. I happen to have that down here as.
Yeah,
Yes.
but then you
It's complicated.
then you got a serious head wound and became pretty much a vegetable, and then so I went after Tom.
It's true. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. That's
right.
right. My character.
But you did
started
honor
romance.
the relationship still.
Yeah.
All right.
I was still
So
the queen.
Garav, pick one of the.
He's laying down.
He's laying down right at my feet.
Not on my feet. You fuck. Love me, I said.
I bought you. You have to love me.
I've had you for 2 hours. Love me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
So I pick one and write.
So pick one. You should kind of put your name by it and put whoever you're gonna
Okay.
have that, and you should let everyone know like what that bond is. But you should also write them on your sheet.
Right here. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me a second. There's a lot to read through.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. We're not going to use all of them,
You
but
could read them out loud.
All of them?
Oh,
there's 14 of them, so it might.
just a page, guys.
Yeah.
Just like, do what feels right.
Okay, I'm gonna stare at this until I'm ready.
Okay, great. This is compelling.
Nobody say
television.
anything.
Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Well,
talk about how cute Irving is while he's
I
making up his
finished
mind.
my food, so now that's
Avril
they can't watch that.
Birdsong.
We can't watch me eat anymore. So it's, now we need.
What's the
I
point?
mean, there's
Somebody
cookies.
else-
There's a
There's
bunch
cookies.
of snacks if you.
Oh, I do want cookies.
Get up.
There's cookies right here.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
wake
Dom,
them
can you
up.
get
Don't
more
wake.
snacks for
Don't
us?
wake,
No.
Daddy.
I'm your mommy, Irving. I
Okay,
love you.
Cool. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna pick. I
don't
worry
even know
about
him.
Grayson Hale.
How can you say
They'd
that?
rather
I
read
know
a book
so much about
than
him.
run wild through the woods.
What?
Wait, you're best friends with him?
No, I think he's weird because you read books.
Is that
instead of-
true?
It is now.
Do you read books?
I'm-
How dare you?
I'm worried. I'm worried as well. That's my bond for Grayson too.
We're all concerned. What the
We all
hell
picked
is
the same.
that?
Did you
Thank
make
you.
these, Savannah?
Yeah,
Cool.
I was
They're a
kidding,
little-
but thank you very
maybe
much.
Your turn.
a little
look
bit
at all
too
the,
crunchy.
all the
but-
snacks come out.
All
All right, so Thon is worried about Grayson Hale.
Because he'd rather read a book than run wild through the woods.
Are these like those Harry Potter ones that have terrible flavors, like sauce? No, thank you. Not worth it.
They're cute though. Thank you.
So
Dad.
something else that you can be thinking about while we're putting these bonds together is that each character is going to have a secret. So think about something that would be a secret that your character would have, and then you also should consider something that would be your character's quirk. So something distinctive that somebody might notice about you once they kind of like get to know you a little bit.
Can they be the same thing?
If you so choose, yes. But the quirk is something that like would be obvious to everyone.
I have
most likely.
I have an idea for what I want my character to be anyway. So can it be related to that?
Sure.
What's taking so long, Havana?
I'm reading through all of them, Groff.
All of them.
Yeah, but you only have 13 to read.
I didn't read this first one. Skipped over it. Whoa, okay, that's a juicy one.
Reluctant lovers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna do this one I read last.
Is this it? Is this us?
What do you mean?
Is there another player that we're missing?
No, this is everybody. This is the whole table.
This
We're all
is
here.
us.
Alright.
Woo!
Haven't you been playing here from the
This
beginning?
is
So
us.
why don't you read this for us? Let us know what this bond is. Avril Birdsong.
It sounds dumb when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
I buried something in the forest for Tack. They owe me a favor.
Oh, very good.
I don't identify as a they. I identify as a she. So
Wow.
let's get that right.
Maybe they buried your gender identity in the woods.
Oh,
I took your vagina and I buried it.
maybe they buried the fuck they don't give.
Whoa! Ah.
No.
Boo-da-boo! Harper the Stern.
What? Geek and
Oh,
Sundry
Geek and
host.
Sundry.
What's up?
Oh,
Geek and
thanks.
Sundry
Geek and
Oh, nice.
host. Boom!
Oh,
Thank you.
laka.
Thanks,
Because of
Irving.
Irving.
They don't even know that Irving exists yet, but they will tomorrow because he's coming to work with me.
Yeah.
Irving's my dog, by the way. It's
Not
some
my
weird secret.
husband.
Like, please, just put me aside. I don't want to
You buried something. So do I need to write that down too? That she buried something for me?
It might help you, yeah.
Avril Birdsong.
I mean, it really, it's her bond with you, but it does imply things about.
Well, she did it for me,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I like
Work.
asked
Yeah.
her to.
You give me an example of a quirk.
Example of a quirk. So it might be something like.
Every time you hear the word
something you
"me."
do say or carry with you that stands out when a stranger finally gets to know you. So it might be something like, oh, he's got a lucky rabbit's foot.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yep, 92.
Okay.
So it could be something as simple as he's got a lucky rabbit's foot, or it could be something like he talks about horses all the time.
Yeah, he's a horse guy.
Yeah.
Horse bro, horse head.
Nope, not the last one.
You know,
Yeah,
it could be
like
something
sneak
like you
it,
have
sneak it.
a nervous twitch where you constantly like gesticulate with one hand more than the other or something
Okay.
like that.
Obsessed
It doesn't
with
have to
family.
be like it doesn't. It's
And-
not a game breaking thing. It's just like a little character flourish.
Just wanted
And
some
this all
examples.
takes place in the Forgotten Realms.
Yes,
Okay,
we're in the
cool.
Forgotten Realms.
So my bond is my parents took Avril in as a young orphan. No one talks about what happened to their parents.
Oh,
You
all
just
right.
killed my parents.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that.
I was determined not to be an orphan this time. It didn't
well,
work out that way.
Sorry.
Well, they never said we're dead.
Yeah, they just
That's
we
right.
took you in.
Yeah, maybe your parents.
That's up to
disappeared.
you.
Maybe we.
Is
maybe,
that orphan an
No one
indication
talks.
that your
It says
parents
no
are
one
dead?
talks about what happened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does say as a young orphan.
Maybe they sold you.
All right.
What does orphan mean? Your
well-
parents are dead.
No. It means you don't have any parents as of now.
No, orphan does mean your
Maybe we
parents are
stole
dead.
you. It's entirely possible.
I'm willing to like open up to the interpretation that your parents may have gone away or
Okay,
been
I'll
sent
say
away
my
or
parents
imprisoned
are
or
Then
whatever.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cross out orphan and say my parents took in Avril as a young.
Orphan is
Young
a child
ch-
whose parents are dead or permanently abandoned.
Ah.
Permanently
thank you.
abandoned is not dead.
They might be
Dictionary.
back any day now.
Yeah. Dad, she's
You
getting
don't know that.
cigarettes.
I'm not an
man.
orphan.
No wonder she used an 8 instead of the.
Yeah.
No wonder you're making those bold artistic choices.
Alrighty. Sorry, Gaurav.
Yep.
What?
She's
Why does
not
it even start
sorry.
with sorry, garage?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Wow, here we are. I see how it is.
Other kids used to make fun of me, but now they make fun of Thawne.
You baby
Thanks.
dear.
Amy.
Yeah. Yes, I escaped the wrath of children.
So now I go again, right?
Yeah.
Yes, now you go
Cool.
again. Now you should choose a bond with a different character.
Different person. Cool.
Yes. So then by the time that we're done, you'll have a bond with each character. Each
Sounds
character will have a bond.
good.
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you, grading.
Great.
Thanks for the
Kicking in the
bits.
bits.
Get to grading. It's
So
only
for
9
those of you who are
PM.
just joining us, since the G and the S just started hosting us, we're playing session 0 of our Tales from the Yawning Portal campaign. We're not actually going to play D&D tonight. We're going to do a character building session of a very rules light system based on John Harper's The Wildlings. So we have assigned sort of a stat pool for each of the characters, and we are now doing Dungeon World style bonds to create relationships between the characters. And when this is all done, we'll read the intro and kick things off.
Okay,
So.
I've chosen my second one.
All right, your second bond, Thawne, is...
I swore to the parents of Avril that I would watch over them.
Ooh, maybe they just doing some business.
Well.
Maybe they just doing some business.
So that's, I mean, that also creates a dynamic where, is it your parents?
Grayson.
Grayson's parents,
parents took her.
adopted her, but you feel some sort of kinship.
Holy
Interesting.
shit, your parents, shady people, man.
They're
Maybe-
secret agents.
Maybe they were both, some sort of golem transmuter type of people who...
Oh no, golems.
Okay.
Oh no, bringing that back.
Although, that did get me obsessed with Fiasco.
Yeah, oh, so much fun.
That
So
was
much
a super fun game.
Well, if you ever mention the words Fiasco near Jordan Pridgeon, he's like, "You guys want to play a game of Fiasco?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get people to play Fiasco."
That's really cute. Does he do that in Wild Cards, Dom? Is he just always talking about Fiasco?
Let's just play Fiasco instead.
He's like, Wild Cards is great, but
Let me
it's
sit there,
not
Jordan.
that great. Fiasco's amazing.
He
Welcome.
just, takes the hat off and then pulls out the Fiasco book. All right, now we're doing this. Like, wait, you're not the GM.
I was just going to make a joke about playing Fiasco Dungeons & Dragons, but that is exactly what we did during
Oh,
that
yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we played
we did.
Fiasco
Yeah.
Dungeons &
I really wanted us to be roadies, but
I know, there were a lot of fun settings.
Oh,
and,
that's
and
right,
We
yeah,
let
Rose
chat
was
aside, and they gave us fucking D&D.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was during our 24-hour stream back in April?
yes.
Beginning? No,
No, it was
March.
March, because it was
yeah.
St. Patrick's Day. It was after St. Patrick's
That's
Day.
right. Yeah.
Did you pick one?
Yes, Thawne always
Thawne.
has my back when things go wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure
it's a
does.
nice complimentary bond.
Thank
Very
you.
good, very good.
That makes my quirk easier, actually.
For those of you who are wondering what all the Irving talk is about, I'm sure you have cuter photos on your phone.
Oh
but
gosh,
I'm
I haven't
going to-
I
even...
tweeted out a pic.
Did you tweet out a pic? All
That's
right.
what we got hosted.
Did I send you a pic? Oh, you took a pic. You did? I want to see a picture of my dog.
He just
I want to
looks
see a
super
picture of
sad.
my dog.
He looks, he's so sad.
Dark Hitchhiker.
Hey, get out of
Thank
here.
you for the follow.
Don't follow me.
Thank you.
Hashtag don't follow me.
Hashtag, it's your fault if you pick up a hitchhiker. They don't have a lot of ways to get in your car unless you slow down.
I think Eric has made a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so Tack talks back to adults when I dare not. I find it thrilling.
What do I do? I talk
You
back.
talk back to adults.
Oh yeah.
So Grayson, that also implies that you are more respectful of authority, or perhaps intimidated by authority.
Amy's a bad girl because I'm bearing stuff for her in the woods. She's
Yeah,
talking
but
back to adults.
You try to have everyone make fun of you for most of your life, and then transfer over to him.
Oh, yeah, you're a bad girl.
Now
you
him.
became the bully.
Now do him.
You probably twisted my ear to get me that bear that stuff in the woods for you.
So, just
Oh.
FYI, there are 2 on here that won't be used because there's 14, and then we're only going to use 12. So, don't get too worked up about having to fill in every single one. It's not going to happen.
Hey. Sorry.
And I'm okay with
We say sorry before everyone you pick, Amy.
Yeah, you're my accomplice. Okay, 2 winters ago, Grayson and I accidentally set fire to the village granary. Nothing's ever been the same since.
I picture
boy.
you laughing and Grayson crying.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, that seems about right.
A
That
tug
cannon?
bag.
Who that? Oh.
Dogs and
Oh.
Grayson. And then I also...
Don't give dogs cake.
2 winters ago. Okay.
You
All
can't
right.
stop me.
Look
Go
out,
on.
Amy.
This is
the
your
boss
last.
of me.
This is your last.
This is my
bond.
last
This is our
bond,
last
so-
round around the
Irving
table.
This is for
Cake.
tack.
Mhm.
Tack, 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 to tack, tack, tack.
Oh my God! Look how sad he looks.
I love the last sentence of that. I'm not sure what's
I'm
happening.
not sure what's happening.
Oh, is that one?
I love that
Oh,
one.
use that.
I'm gonna use it though. Don't take it. I want it.
Aw,
Can we all do it?
that means you have to pick me.
No, I don't. I've already picked you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you
Oh, you
not,
did. You
Do you
did.
not want things to be weird between us? I don't understand. That hurts my feelings.
No. Okay. Oh, damn it. I wanted to pick that one. Okay, I'll pick the other
No,
one.
no, I was just kidding. Do whatever you want.
Well, damn it.
We can both do it. Why
But-
not?
but,
We all
like,
get
please
fur
don't.
caps.
Yes.
We all get fur caps.
All right. Very good.
Is it tack or tax?
Tax.
Tack,
T-A-K.
It's like
Taxes. Oh, is that what inspired this character?
Oh no! Actually,
you getting
actually,
your
I named.
taxes.
Actually, you would love this. I named a character Tack on Stardew Valley because I wanted something super, like short,
Yeah.
and I just wrote TAC.
Oh.
But then I changed it to TAK. But I always liked it. I don't know why. But I
Uh,
short and
so
sweet. Yeah.
Tack gave me a fine fur cap for Winter's Fest. I just gave them a couple of venison sticks. I'm not sure what's happening.
Thank you for the follow.
Is that for
Daddy
real?
Warbucks.
That's for real. That's a sentence that is in there.
I
So
gave you a
she-
fur cap.
You
So
gave me a,
she made you the laughing stock of the school,
That's what I'm guessing.
and then also gave you a present.
Yeah.
No, and then you gave me a present.
No.
Well, yeah. This
That
is,
gave
this is
you a. Oh,
You
yeah,
guys
you gave
exchanged
each other.
presents, but hers was much nicer.
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah.
But-
Venison
you gave
sticks.
him a fine fur cap when you exchanged
And you-
presents.
and he was, like,
He
eating
was
them.
like, here,
Yeah.
He
have
was like-
some venison jerky.
I don't
This
know,
is
you
probably
want
your
these?
way of saying I'm sorry everybody makes fun of you because of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not sure what's happening while you're doing this.
Yeah, they're all laughing at you.
Daddy Warbucks.
I wish I could.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
thanks, Daddy.
Thank you for the follow. All right,
It's
so
a
who
porn
haven't you
bot.
formed a bond with so far? You should have
One
one.
person's what? Grayson?
I've got Grayson to go.
Okay, all right, very good.
Okay,
Oh,
we
I've been
can't do
writing
my
this down.
anything about my parents dying. And you're like a little baby, huh?
I'm a good guy.
But maybe you're
I'm a good
secretly
kid.
a murderer.
Your wife likes Irving.
Uh-oh, I'm sure she's head over tails about Irving.
I just realized he's Eeyore. That's what he's
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I just
That's perfect.
Eeyore
I
dog.
just adopted Eeyore.
Well.
Oh, here.
He's all curled up down here. It's very cute. I just can't get a good picture.
That's a good one.
Okay. So my last bond is I stole something from Grayson's house, and I've never had the guts to admit it.
Oh, very good.
You are a target.
All right.
No, you're a target.
You're all targets,
He's a rich kid.
except for me because I'm an orphan.
Here's the picture that I'm getting painted around Grayson. I think Grayson is kind of the goody two shoes of
Oh,
the
yeah.
career, right? Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting.
We've taken advantage of you, yo.
I'm not going to push too much on here, but that's what I'm pulling out. Who do you not have a bond with yet?
I think
I
it's
don't,
me.
yeah, I don't have one with
Okay,
Thawne.
you don't have one with Thawne. So.
No, shut up, Dom.
Yeah, I
Wait,
keep thinking about Eeyore.
what's your
Thawne.
bond with me?
That my parents adopted you, and we don't talk about where you came
Oh,
from.
yeah.
You don't have to.
Wait, I stole something from our own house.
Yeah, you stole something from.
No, that I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was perfect. That was a perfect.
This is what I love about like Dungeon World bonds is like you just start feeling like the minimal amount of information that's in a Dungeon World bond just informs like so much inspiration and gives you a place to go with it.
Oh my god! Oh, what's that movie with Elijah Wood and Macaulay McLachlan?
Oh, The Good Son.
The Good Son.
Macaulay
Yeah.
McLachlan.
I'm Macaulay McLachlan, and you're Elijah Wood.
But Macaulay's evil.
Yeah.
She's like, that's my point.
I'm a thief, and I bury things in the forest, and
For other people.
All right.
yeah, but
Thawne
you know,
and
like a
I
mercenary.
got lost and spent a terrifying night in the woods.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
I like
good
that
one.
one. Actually.
Very good.
You scared?
All right. Hey.
I was
do
there.
you-
I was watching on that.
So it's you and Avril. This is
Yeah.
the last bond. All right.
What you have to
But
go
only
make things so
because when my mother
complicated.
died, my father maybe had some more family dynamics.
No.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Very brutal.
Oh
I
my.
mean, it'll be new for you, being all about family in a D&D game.
So burn.
I don't need this, Eric.
It's like,
Oh,
I
these
thought
are
it
so
was
good.
popcorn.
Oh,
but
it's
not.
onion
Only
flavored. I got
because when
tricked.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of
These
want
are
to
so
do this
good.
math. My father took their mother as his wife. My father.
No.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, you already have a crazy family.
They don't.
And I have shed blood.
And wouldn't I live with you if like our parents were married?
I mean, we could decide how complicated this is.
Thanks for the resub.
Actually, I'm gonna do this one.
Times
This
over.
already happened. Avril.
That means you guys get the new sub icon for 6
Okay,
months.
Avril and I have shed blood together.
Yep, that makes sense.
We are bound by it.
That makes sense.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah, and you buried something in the
Yeah,
so
that's what you
interesting.
can keep.
We've got like a secret pact thing going on. Like we've got some evil shit.
Yeah, I know what you did last summer going on.
It's like a Riverdale. Anybody watching Riverdale?
No.
I'm not
Do
either.
they
I just,
make out in a
every
pool of
commercial
blood?
just seems like that, though.
Yeah. Is Riverdale scary?
Apparently.
Really?
I mean, it's not scary, but it's like super.
I read the
drama.
new Archie comic. It's really good.
Is it really?
It's really good, yeah. The art's good.
All
Everything's
right,
good.
very good.
Yeah, but do you
So,
Archie meets the Punisher? Because this guy does.
What do you have?
Archie meets the Punisher.
Oh my god.
That's
no.
a real thing.
Do they have a good time?
He kills them.
all right. So, just I feel like we've got them pretty well locked down. But for the sake of our chat, who may not have tuned the whole thing in,
Yeah.
let's go around the table and just explain what our bonds are with everybody. So,
Okay, cool. My bonds, I'm Thawne, and I am worried about Grayson because he likes to read books and doesn't like to run around nature. I also swore to the parents of Avril that I would watch over her. Tack gave me a fur hat for Winter's Day. I gave her venison sticks. Weird.
Wait, no, doesn't it literally say I have no idea what's going on?
It says I have no idea
What
what's
is happening?
I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
My
right.
bonds are that I buried something in the forest for Tack. Now they owe me something. She owes me something. My parents are dead. I'm a sad little orphan, and I now live with Grayson's family. And Thawne always has my back when things go wrong.
Got it.
And then, Tack and I have shed some blood together.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're bound. We're blood sisters.
We are.
We rubbed the blood between us, and now we're one.
It's getting weirder.
Yeah, you're reading a lot into that. That was not in the original bond, but
That's
that's
the
fine.
point,
Yes,
right?
that is exactly the point. I am not dismissing that. All right.
We're
Eric,
young kids.
All right. Well, I'm
For
playing.
Grayson's bonds.
Yeah, Grayson. Well, Avril was adopted by my parents, but nobody talks about what happened to her original parents. Tact talks back to adults, and I find that kind of, I'm really into that.
thrilling.
It's thrilling. And Thawne and I went on an adventure in the woods and got lost, and it was terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was really fun.
Awesome.
mysterious.
All right. So, Amy, what are tax bonds?
Well, everyone used to make fun of me, but now they make fun of Thawne. 2 winters ago, Grayson and I set fire to the town granary, and nothing has ever been the same since then. And Avril and I have shed blood together. We are bound by it.
Mm-hmm.
In exactly the way that she said.
Very good. Very good. All right. Has everybody chosen a quirk and a secret?
Yep.
I feel
haven't,
like
I haven't
everything is
chosen
a
a
secret.
quirk yet,
Okay.
but basically, I can think of one real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. So, great. We've created our characters. Is there anything else that has maybe come to you from this discussion? Or why don't we just do, before we really launch into things, just give me like a quick thumbnail of like what your character's kind of like, keeping in mind that they're really just teenagers and kind of on the cusp of becoming real, functioning, competent adults, perhaps. We'll start over here. How does that sound?
Sounds
Is that
good.
Okay, Garaf?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
You have
totally
some
ready.
ideas? I'm just looking for like a thumbnail sketch of like who you are, kind of what you're like, and we've got a pretty good idea of your relationship to the other characters. But just
Yeah.
for the sake of the folks at home, and none of this stuff is like written in stone, right? We're going to develop this more as we go through the session tonight.
Okay. Do you already have a plan of where we are in the world?
Yes, you're in a town called Oakhurst. You're in your home
Oakhurst.
village,
Cool.
right?
Okay,
Like you get just to reframe this. You guys have not left home yet.
Right.
You probably still live with your parents.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's one of those things where like, let's assume that you're about 15 or 16
Okay.
in terms of like a frame of reference of like how old you are, how strong you might be, how competent you might be,
How
how much
emotionally
learning.
unstable.
Yeah, how emotionally stable, all that kind of stuff. And that's intentional. Like the whole idea is that you're raw, unformed masses of potential who are sort of like
Okay.
getting unleashed upon the world, as opposed to, studied apprentices who are ready to take on the title of master or whatever.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I'm just looking for a thumbnail of kind of like what your character's like.
I'm a very active kid. I love running around. I love being physical outside, and I don't like people who are not that I don't like them, but people who are just like reading books all day and don't activate their bodies on a regular basis. I just find it kind of weird. Like
Fucking Grayson.
the kind of stuff that happens in our village, you probably want to be a more physical person than not, depending on where you're going in the world. And we don't see many magic users probably in this village. Well, and I'm very protective of people who are weaker than me, though. Anybody that I see that is this is my quirk, by the way. I'm compelled to protect people
That's a great
who
quirk.
seem weaker than me.
Hey, Ramyak.
And maybe that's why I get bullied now, is because you were getting bullied, and I protected you.
And by
now,
taking the
yeah. So now the bullies
so-
are picking on me because I did that.
But you.
And they make fun of me also, obviously.
But you don't mind that as much. You
No,
like,
well,
you'd
I
rather
mean-
have it
Yeah.
directed at you
Yeah,
than
yeah.
at me.
I'll take it in place of somebody else. So,
Great.
yeah, that's
Cool.
me.
That's as much information as I need right now,
Cool.
and I think we'll discover more things about your character as we play.
Cool.
But like that gives us a place to start. I love that.
Cool.
Avril, Birdsong. Do you have a similar kind of quick take for us?
Yeah, I'm thinking Avril, so she's been kind of abandoned in a way by her parents, and so that kind of put her in an emotionally unstable position. And so kind of to combat that, she started putting up these walls of like being very put together and very with it and very kind and generous. But kind of her thing is that underneath that surface layer, she's very like sneaky and underhanded and gets into some fucking shit, But to like the adults or like people that aren't close to her, she seems very like straight-laced, studious, very like good, not like goody two shoes, but like a neutral party. But yeah,
Okay. I'm just
she
gonna...
has a cool backpack.
She has a cool
Oh,
backpack.
yeah,
It's got a little fox. Check out the halfling.
So,
In the player's handbook.
Oh, in the player's
I just love it so much. It's
Where
like
was-
a little.
Where was that option?
It's got a little fox on it, and that's my backpack. So
That is a cute backpack.
so I'm putting down that she has like an adult face and then like a peer face, right? Like for
not
her
even
peers.
peer. Just like the only people sorry, not Amy. Tack and I have shed blood together, so she
Okay.
knows kind of what I am under the surface.
Okay.
We're really close because we always have each other's back. So
Yep.
I'm assuming like there's been situations where I've let the facade slip and I've gotten into some shit when I probably shouldn't have, and then
Yep.
you've had to cover for me.
Yep, yeah.
Gotcha. So I've got down that you're guarded and you have an adult face and then sort of like a secret, like the secret you that actually
Yeah.
comes out amongst your close friends.
Yeah, yeah.
How much of the secret you has Grayson seen, since you are essentially kind of
Not
adopted
much.
brother and sister?
I think I'm actually super guarded around Grayson because I don't know how much he would actually tell to
He might
my
rat you out.
temporary guardians. So
Interesting. Okay.
I'm not unkind to him or anything. I guess I'm really kind to him because that's kind of my facade. But
Right. So you have this mannered persona, but then there's
Yeah.
the real you that's like yearning to rebel
Yeah.
almost, right?
I think if I found out about the fire, maybe we could like bro down.
Oh, well, here's a great question. Is the fire secret? The fact that the two of you set the fire, is that not known throughout the
Grayson's
village?
never told anybody.
Okay, very good. That's fine. That's all great. I thought perhaps that was something that you got caught doing, but I love the fact that it's something that you guys pulled off and then.
Probably really bad. Like, I
bad.
could see this
Pulled off.
being like
Yeah.
really bad.
It's a small village. I think we all assume we have some suspects,
Yeah,
you know?
it would be troubling, but I like the idea.
Yeah,
Who knows?
but we don't know. We don't
that you
know.
played it off.
I imagine like everyone's like, I think it was Tack, and Grayson was like, no, Tack was hanging out with me, so it was fine.
You're each other's alibi.
Yeah. Really, but no one suspects him. It's just they would only suspect me.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Grayson, let's have the log line version of
Well,
what.
clearly he's a total badass in a leather jacket. No, Grayson's kind of.
Think bad boy.
Yeah.
We'll start there.
Thanks, Sean Penn. And no, he's definitely kind of a goody two shoes kind of guy. I imagine he was kind of short, but now in his adolescence, kind of had a real growth spurt. So he's kind of like a lot taller than most people, and kind of like unsure of his body. But yeah,
So sort of tall and awkward,
tall
or
and
lanky and awkward.
Yeah, lanky and awkward.
Lanky.
Lanky and awkward at the moment. He definitely is like he likes following the rules and like doing the proper things and like studying. He does read a lot of like books about adventuring, but he is kind of fearful of going out. Thon took him out once, but he
got spooky.
He got real spooky. They
Let me
don't
tell you
write.
this hot spot.
Yeah.
Check it out, ghosts.
So yeah, he just kind of he wants people to like him, and he wants to be seen as doing the right thing.
Okay. You don't have to answer this right now, but I want you to think about, considering what a goody two shoes and a rule follower that you are. How did the two of you set the granary on fire? I don't
Probably reluctantly.
I don't need an answer to that, but I think that's an interesting
a really
dynamic
good
there.
Yeah. Like what transpired?
What happened? It's always fun when the straight-laced kid gets lured into trouble, or somehow gets into trouble, or decides to do something that gets themselves into trouble. So,
influences.
so think
That's what it is.
about that. We may discover that as we play. All right. So, Tack.
Okay.
What's the 2-minute précis on Tack Selly Pond?
So, think Lisa Simpson, total goody two shoes, and then flip that on its head.
So Bart Simpson.
Bart fucking Simpson.
You tricked me.
Yeah, you were getting excited.
Why'd you get excited?
That character is not here.
You love getting.
She's actually
No, Lisa's good.
she's the daughter of her parents are toy crafters, like the dwarven
Tinkerers.
and of the town, and she's yeah, she was kind of made fun of most of her life, so she's become a little bit of a bully back. And that's kind of come out in a lot of different ways. But what I wrote down for her quirk, which doesn't actually seem like it would be, but she's also like a Mean Girls in terms of her quirk is like OCD. She's a perfectionist in terms of grooming, and also a completionist, and also like it's pretty much nothing's everything can be better, and nothing's good enough for her.
I can see how like Tinkerer parents could raise a person like that.
Yeah,
totally.
it's very detail oriented, very like almost militaristic in that kind of way. But also,
Makes sense.
she's a teenager, so she acts out, and when she burns that granary down, she does it all the way. She does it the right way, where it can't be really traced back to her.
Ashes.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Do you have an idea why the other kids in town would have bullied her?
I think probably because it was probably because of her parents' profession, like where it was like, oh, for they just kept like for birthdays or for events, they would always provide the toys, and at some point it's like, Jesus, stop giving us toys, like we're not 5 anymore, we're 10, like we don't need this babying, and like so the parents are like these very like matronly, patronly like archetypes of like, oh, we love you, and in fact we love all the kids, have them come over and we'll have unicorn cake. And it was like, oh no, but they were obsessed with toys, so they were obsessed with children, just they didn't know how to transition the children part into like, oh wait, these are actual people. So it was a lot of like, I would show up with like everything was decked out in Lisa Frank type stuff, and it was like, because they dressed me like a little doll and like that kind of stuff.
What's the dwarven Lisa Frank look like? That's what
Just
I want.
all the Lisa Frank stuff but with beards on it.
All
Lisa
right.
Frank was cool, but I think at some point we all did
She's
it
coming back,
ironically,
man.
and-
She's
yeah.
coming
Yeah,
back.
that's true. All right. Very
More
good.
ecstasy this time.
So, great. I think we've got some great stuff on the board. Let's talk about
Tyler's wife.
Tyler's wife, Erica,
Tyler's
subbed up.
with a sub.
Well, that's such a random person to have just
Yeah.
randomly subbed up. I have no
Totes.
idea who that
Totes random.
could be. Maybe it's
Tyler's wife, Erica.
maybe they're related to Dark Hitchhiker.
Oh, yeah.
Or Daddy
No,
Warbucks.
it's Tyler's wifey, Rika.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Rika.
I hope Tyler's wife doesn't find out about the wifey. All right.
No.
So,
cookies
let's
goes
just
on the
recap
monster.
the intro to this evening's events. You scratch out a meager but happy existence in the small village of Oakhurst. Some 900 souls dwell here, with barely a village hall, a blacksmith, and a bar to serve them. You are a young warrior, a beastling, not yet tested in the trials. But 2 days ago, you went off into the hills hunting. Tramping amidst the crisp fall leaves, you found success in the woods, slaying 2 large stags and netting a brace of rabbits. Upon your return to Oakhurst, however, you have found a foul curse suffocating the village. The townspeople stand paralyzed, unmoving, and barely able to breathe. A quick investigation reveals that every single scrap of silver has been stripped from the town. A trail of bright white frost leads up beyond the old forest towards the ruins of the Ironkeep, a broken down tower that floats ominously above Garabat's Peak. You are days from the nearest town. The labored breathing of your friends and elders indicates that they will not survive for long. Now is your time. Take up your arms and steel your courage, for the curse must be lifted, or all hope is lost.
Wait, how many people are in our clan?
900?
Well, in the village, there's 900 people in the village. So you went off 2 days ago. You went off on a little hunting trip. They're like, oh, we're going to be gone overnight. Okay, great.
But who did we go on the hunting trip with?
It was just the
us?
4 of you. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
sure.
And
Like,
it's called Oakhurst?
We're of hunting
Oakhurst,
age.
yes. Oakhurst is the...
This is all up on here.
Teens
This is,
alone in the woods.
Yeah, it's all in the intro up here as well.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks,
But-
Risky.
Risky picks? Oh, nice.
oh,
thank you for the donation.
bit.
Thank you,
Oh, it's a
Risky
donation.
Pixels.
Sorry,
Oh
my
my
bad.
gosh.
Yes, so that is the scenario. You live in the village of Oakhurst, right? That's where your family's.
Oakhurst,
This is
cool.
where all this stuff takes place. It's about 900 people, like I said. There are a couple other places besides the hall. There's a general store and things like that, right? But when you came back from your hunting trip, you arrived, and it's very clearly you walk into the village, and there's people who are like hunched over where maybe they were tending their horse or something like that, and the horse has now wandered off. They're frozen in place. And when you walk up to them, like their eyes don't move or anything like that. They are just barely breathing, but you can tell,
But they're frozen. They're not stoned, though.
They're paralyzed. Yeah,
They're
they're paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we
And-
know these people.
Yeah, this is your village. Yeah, these
Oh,
are
okay,
this is
okay.
your hometown. Absolutely. Like if you go looking for your family, you will find your parents in their
After a while.
in the small little workshop, and your dad is hunkered over.
Oh,
You know,
burn!
your dad is hunkered over with a little mallet and a chisel, and he's
You're
carving
asshole.
on a block of wood. And your mom has a. She has
These my parents are
a strip of cloth in her hand. It looks like she's reaching for something, but you don't know what it was because she just froze in place while she was going to get it.
Oh, man.
So yes, all of the people that you have grown up with, your classmates, or at least your peers, everybody in the entire village is paralyzed right now. And so as you have explored, like let's just assume that an hour or two has passed, you have probably freaked out about this to no small degree. But as you've done your investigation,
We're not gonna roleplay freaking out. That's my specialty.
So you have done some investigation and you found well, did somebody take something? Like what's causing this? You can't find any cause for it. But the one thing that has occurred to you amongst the 4 of you as you've gone around and looked is that anything that was silver, from silverware to silver coins, is all of the silver has been stripped from the village. In the in the bar there was like a mirror with like a silver inlay. That's been stripped out of the silver frame on the mirror has been stripped away. That sort of
If
stuff.
we had any silver on us, is it still there?
You still have, like, if you had silver on you, I'm going to assume you may have left with a little bit of coinage, and a couple silver pieces is reasonable for you to have gone away with. Although, like I said, you're days from the nearest town. You still have it. When you walk into the village, it's not like it disappears.
So if I had like a necklace that I really cared about, that might be
or
silver.
something like that. Yeah, you would still have it on you in your person. However, if you had left that like under your pillow or like hidden in a bag or something like that, it's now gone. The other thing that's curious to you is gold pieces, copper. Those are all still around. All of those
Werewolves.
items. So there's something bizarre about the fact that only the silver things have been stripped away from the village. Who knows, what it could be. But they did not. They had ample opportunity, or whatever this thing is, had ample opportunity to take money, possessions, etc. They only took the silver. And then the last thing that I'll reiterate here is that there is a trail of bright white frost, and it's now probably 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's warm enough that this stuff would have burned off in the sunlight, but there's still a trail of bright white frost that leads out of the village and through the old forest, which is, you guys went hunting in a different direction, but through the old forest up towards the mountain peaks nearby, and there is a specific mountain peak called Garabat's Peak, where the Ironkeep floats on this piece of rock above Garabat's Peak.
Can I inspect this trail? Is it actually just like silver pieces, or is it like?
No, it's frost.
Like ice.
Oh, it's actual
yeah,
ice.
it's actual frost.
It's actual frost.
But there's something strange about the fact that why is this still cold?
Why is it still
here?
cold? I see.
So that's what you immediately, those are the given circumstances of your arrival back home. Do you have other questions? Do you have other actions that you want to take?
I'm gonna pick my rival's nose and make him eat it.
Your rivals.
Well, you can certainly pick his nose. I suppose you could
I'm
sort of
scrape it off on his teeth. Yeah.
All right, very
And
good.
then I'm gonna wink at him and leave.
All right, noted.
I'm going to go to my parents' house, and anything my mom is probably crafting, and they're probably both crafting.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the day, crafting some toys. I don't want their toys to break as much as I'm embarrassed of their toys. So I take them out of the hands if I can. I probably
Right.
and just set them down gently. And
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we're resigned that we can't fix it, right? Like we can't just wake them up or anything like that.
You've attempted to kind of slap people, move people, essentially they fall over or things like that, but they don't move from their rigid state. One thing that you can ascertain from going back to your parents' place is that this probably occurred at night.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Given where your dad was working in the workshop and what your mom was doing, she was actually getting a blanket out of the. When I described that she had a piece of cloth, she was actually getting a blanket out of the cupboard.
Okay.
And you can tell this was part.
Can
of
I have
our-
some sisters and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little sister and a little brother,
Okay.
and they're one, the sister is probably she's 2 years younger than me, and the brother is 5 years younger than me. So
Okay.
he's kind of a baby. He's 7 because I'm probably 12 or 13. Or are we? How old are we?
14,
16?
15 or 16.
Okay,
yeah,
so
somewhere in
he's 9 years younger than me, and
Okay.
then my sister is 13, but they're asleep, right? They're just in their beds then.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They would most likely be tucked into bed.
Okay.
Your 13-year-old sister, it's questionable. She might have been sitting by the lantern and reading. And let's just say that that's the case. She's sitting by the lantern and reading, but the lantern has burned out, and she's just staring at this book, and she obviously doesn't turn the pages or anything like that.
Oh, creepy.
But you said the horse wandered off, so the animals aren't frozen like that?
Animals do not seem to be frozen like that.
Ooh, I'm gonna steal some horses.
Okay.
Not steal them, borrow them.
All right.
Why do you have all these horses?
I thought we could take them, up the mountain.
Are we leaving now?
You think we should just sit here?
Well, she's right. We have to go. We have to go save our family.
I mean, I don't, but
Well, you're our family.
yeah. Thanks for saying that.
No problem. We're all family here. This is our village.
Yeah.
We can't sit idly by while some foul magic wreaks havoc.
Someone's got to do something. And
No one's gonna miss the horses. I mean, they're all asleep or frozen or.
I
they're
think
not gonna know.
we can say that the horses are ours. That
I mean,
we are entitled to them at least.
I mean, to use them, yeah, until everyone's back, and then we give the horses back, obviously.
Yeah, we'll bring them back.
Or if
we'll be heroes, and then they'll let us keep the horses.
I mean, if they want to,
mean,
that's
I've never-
fine, but we can't.
I've never wanted a horse, but I could sell it for quite a bit.
Sell it to who? Everybody's frozen.
Well, once
You
we
could take all
once
the
we get
money
them
you want.
unfrozen, I'm saying.
You could take all the money you want right now.
No, but please.
But don't.
Don't.
Look, if we're taking horses and you're okay with that, then we should probably get some coin in case we run across. We can bargaining tools,
Well, all the silver's gone.
You know who could bear to part with some coins?
Oh, Gregory Muckfutter.
The mayor's son, robbing it in our faces all the time.
Yeah, Gregory
Oh.
Muckfutter.
That damn
Mayor
muckfucker.
Muckfutter's son.
Gregory,
I don't know, guys. Mayor,
he's such a bully.
Mayor
already
Muckfutter
made
has
him
been
eat
the
his
mayor
own
for
boogers.
15 years. Okay, we have to respect that he knows what's best for this town.
Well, sure, and you know what he would say? Saving this town is worth more than letting my money sit in a stupid safe, not earning any investments.
We just need to think of it as a down payment for the heroics we're about to perform.
Also, we don't have to take it from the mayor. We can take it from his stupid son.
Yeah, I know where Gregory keeps his stash. Don't ask me how.
If we're gonna go save everyone, we should probably have some coins. That's all I'm saying. And I don't have much.
They reward people for this after the fact. That's how that works.
What are we going to do with all these
Down
coins?
payment.
What is? We need to go now before they die. They
Yeah.
can barely breathe.
We spent 2 hours investigating everything. We can take another minute to steal some gold.
Can we though?
How can you say that? Your parents are in there and they're frozen.
And so is my brother and sister. I'm just saying, if we're taking horses, we can definitely take some other people's money.
Fine, take the money. Let's go.
Great.
I want this horse.
I'm gonna take Gregory's money.
Okay.
Search the mayor's house.
All right, very good. Why don't you?
Mayor Muckfutter and his stupid son Gregory.
So you are doing. You're going to search the mayor's house. Why don't you give me a roll on your Sphinx die?
Okay, that's a D6
That's
for
a
me.
D6. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go.
Should
Here
we
we
move
go.
the corn puffs out of the way?
Yeah, get
Just
him,
one
get him
D6?
away from
One
me.
die six.
Ah, okay.
a 1.
One.
We'll call the
I'm
help.
gonna help
Good.
her.
Let's start. Those are
I'm
cool
gonna help
dice.
her.
You know, I realize now. Were you here when I explained how the game works?
No.
I mean, I feel like I failed.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
I was dealing with my new pupper.
Irving's adorably asleep.
Is he asleep?
Yeah. So the basic way that the system works is if you roll a 4 or higher, you succeed, and you get to choose one of the words at the bottom of your sheet to inform the way in which you succeed. Right. If you roll a 3 or lower, something bad happens. And since you rolled a 1 on
Yeah.
your search check, something bad has happened.
Okay.
So you go in and
I set fire to the mirror.
that is exactly, in fact, what happens. Is you go in and you knock something over that.
Oh, shite.
Oh,
And
that's
so-
what I was supposed to
So
help
you,
him doing.
you see Tack go into the mayor's house, which is like it's a small village, but it's a decent, it's modest, but it's a well-appointed a little home, and you hear kind of this like clang noise, and then you see this column of smoke begin to rise from one of the windowsills.
I followed her, and I folled her to the mayor's house.
Oh, you followed her over there?
Okay.
I followed her in.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus, Tack, no, what is going on?
Yeah.
I
Darn
don't know.
fellas.
I'm just looking over. I was just looking for some money. Somebody help me. There might be people inside.
Oh, God, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
Yeah,
start
that's a
if I
good-
see people inside.
Yeah,
Or we could
we'll go in
leave.
and grab people.
Grab
Come
people.
on.
Okay, just an idea. Gregor's a big shit. He's a big shit.
All right.
He is, but he doesn't deserve to die by my hand.
So the two of you are going to try and evacuate anyone.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
going to say that's acting with swiftness and grace. So why don't you each roll on?
Unicorn.
Can I get a bucket of water?
Unicorn.
How big's the fire? I was right there.
That's true. Well,
Mom,
Can I roll for water?
8.
8. All right. So you get to with an 8, you get to choose 2 outcomes. However, something bad is happening. So you're trying to get a bucket of water. Why don't you
Search?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a roll on your Sphinx? On the Sphinx.
Okay.
Hey, Rob, is there like a Coke Zero in there?
There is a yes.
Oops! I tried to help. I made it worse. I made it worse.
So.
Thank you.
So you, we'll get to you. You're the only one who succeeded. We'll
Yep.
get to you in a moment. But you grab a bucket of what you think is water and throw it onto
it's
the
pitch.
fire, and it turns out, that it's actually some sort of cleaning fluid or whatever that they have in the bucket there, and it goes.
I go.
And
I got you, Tack. Don't worry. I got your back.
Oh, thank you so much.
And this huge roiling cloud of black smoke comes like flying up as this stuff burns, and you can it burns your throat. You can tell it smells awful. And you have grabbed You have grabbed Gregory, the
Okay.
mayor's kid, and
Much
you're like,
funny,
"I'm going to
yeah.
get you out of here." You trip on the door as you hear this kind of thing. His leg or whatever accidentally snags against the edge of a table. There's a large oak table in the middle of the room, and as you're dragging him around, you kind of can't quite get him maneuvered properly, and so his leg snags on the table. It pulls you over, and you fall down, and you hear his arm go snap as you land on him with your full weight.
Oh, no.
He doesn't make any noise because he's paralyzed.
Oh,
But you also know, like, he's in there, like, you don't know whether it's registering anything,
Yeah.
but his eyes are open. So that's happening.
Jesus. Sorry.
Grayson, how did you succeed? What are your adverbs
I
here?
succeeded thoroughly and quickly.
Thoroughly and quickly. All right, so you grab the mayor's wife, in a very fireman-like, kind of a fireman's carry. You sling her over your back. Your tall, your long, lanky arms kind of work down one under the armpit, one under the.
Oh God, I'm sorry, ma'am.
I don't mean to pardon any indelicacy, and you manage to get her out the back door just as you hear behind you kind of this like, and then this like awful snapping sound that comes from inside.
This is just like that one time.
This is just like that one time.
We
So
don't need to talk about it right now, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, if you
Wait, how did you
it
know
just
about
got
that
out
one
of
time?
hand.
What are you talking about?
It's not important. Let's go.
You guys.
Yeah, we have to put it. The first thing. I mean, we have to save the people, but we also have to put it out of this fire.
all right.
Let's leave the fire. There's the other houses aren't close enough to catch, right?
The other houses are close enough to
Fire. We're never.
Let's use the horses. Pee on it.
Is there a well? Is it near a well?
Obviously, there's a well in the village. There's no question about that. Is it nearby? It is not very close to the well.
Okay.
The mayor's house is that would be more of like the town square type of thing, and the mayor likes to have a little bit of privacy.
Okay,
so
well,
his
there's
house
still
is
time. We
sort
could
of set back.
beat out the fire. Everyone grab a blanket and beat it out.
Okay.
Grayson, didn't you say that in the village elder's house there was a wand of some sort that had water? I saw you playing with it.
I mean, I read about it, and he talked about it. I've never actually used it. So
Go get it. Go get
Okay.
it.
I'll go.
Run, you
Okay,
lanky
well,
motherfucker.
Okay.
And we'll try to, or who's all still left in the building?
Well, so
You got him out, you
He's,
just broke
he's
his
going
arm.
to where?
The village elder's house.
Okay, all right, sure. So you're going to go and try and get. You've heard apparently of some sort of wand that apparently conjures water or something. You're going to go look for that, and you're going to try and put the flames out, like beat them out with a blanket. Avril, what are you going to?
My baby.
Oh, Irvin's out and about.
What are you doing?
I haven't decided yet, but I think you're first.
So we're waiting on the wand.
She's trying to like put the
Okay.
fire out. And he's
could
he's
it-
currently kind of like laying on top of Gregory, the mayor's son.
But they're
and
out. But they're out of the house.
No, he tripped on the way out.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he's
I'm gonna
laying
go
on the
and
floor.
try to yoink them out.
Okay. All right.
We'll two-man it.
All right.
I'll kind of help you back up, and then we can both get a grip on
Okay.
Gregory, that piece of shit. I'm
going
laughing at his broken arm, by the way.
I'm gonna give. Why don't
said
you
good
do
one.
swiftness and grace?
Tom.
Give me a unicorn. Give me a check on your unicorn stat. Roll your unicorn die.
Ooh, okay.
Oh man.
I was even gonna give you a +1 on that, but it doesn't do any good.
Not matches,
Two up
doesn't
to a
count.
3 is not good.
What does he break down?
I break his other arm.
So here's the thing. You do both get up to your feet, and she grabs Gregory, and you're like, okay, let's go. And she's like, yeah, let's go. And as you pull one way, she pulls the other, and you swing him around, and you swack his head on one of the ceiling posts that holds up the ceiling. Just katwalk!
Oh, no.
My bad. I mean,
That's
but
going
like,
to hurt. Yeah,
but
that's
like-
bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm laughing right now. This is so funny.
It's really funny. It's really funny.
You're trying to use a blanket to
Beat
put
out.
this thing out.
Is that
Yeah.
how fires work? Just for
it's
future
possible.
reference.
I'm going to say that is. Oh boy, I really can't decide, so I'm just going to let the dice decide. I'm going to give. Let's do your Minotaur die.
Okay. Oh, another D6.
Another
okay.
D6. Yes.
Yay.
4. Okay. Well, good
jeez.
news. Yes. So you.
Grab the dice.
you
Wait, don't I get to make an adverb?
yes, you get to decide how you how you
Just
succeed.
one?
She gets to pick one. 4, 5, or 6, you get to pick one. 7, 8, or 9, you get to pick 2.
Precisely.
Precisely. Okay.
Yes.
So you grab a thick woolen blanket that is very nicely embroidered. It is,
For now.
It is. Yeah. It looks like maybe some sort of family heirloom, and you begin just thwank, swatting at the flames, and some of them appear just like to start kind of calming down.
Sliding.
Right?
I'm sorry.
All right, very good. Why don't you give me a Sphinx check to locate this wand that you've heard the village elder might have?
Sphinx, you say?
The Sphinx, you say.
One
Oh my
All
god.
right.
does not exist.
Maybe
All
it
right.
does, and it's not.
Yes,
You made it. You heard a rumor at school.
You just wanted to get rid of it.
He's gonna mess something up.
you go in there. You definitely find a wand.
Oh.
I got it.
You got it.
Oh,
Go.
no!
What are you waiting for? Try it.
Okay.
Put it. Try it on the ground first.
No, we don't have time for the ground. Try it on the house.
So
This is all your fault.
roll your gargoyle die, but I'm gonna, because you rolled badly on your other, you roll at disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower result.
Okay, so
You
now
got a 5. You're doing all right.
2.
2. Yes. All right. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this does appear to be like a wand of God, what's the spell? A wand of burning hands.
Okay.
So as Tak is putting waving this blanket out, you're like, stand back, and she like, hurls the blanket back over her head, and then this sheet of flame goes, and you see part of the ceiling like catch fire and like
my God.
cave in. It's rapidly getting dangerous inside of the house. What would you like to do?
Can I drag Gregory out at this point?
I thought this is what we were doing before.
We failed twice.
Yeah, you've thwacked him pretty hard, but I will allow you to just drag him out of the house.
Okay,
yes,
great.
that's fine. All right, so you done your action. We're kind of back to you guys. He's dragging Gregory out.
Is the mayor like? It's just the mayor. It's just Gregory and the wife that we've found.
Yeah, the mayor's someplace else apparently.
Okay, and
He's
is that
not
is
at
that
the
the
house?
end? Is that the end of the family, or is there like other people that we need?
That's the end of the family at this point, but the building is
Right,
burning,
right.
and it looks like it might be in danger. One of the adjacent buildings might be in danger of catching.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Your greed got us into this.
It wasn't greed. I was trying to get prepared to go on an adventure. You always need money.
You know
bloody
you don't need
dwarf.
coins on a mountain. You knew that.
There's one of the support beams up in the ceiling cracks and falls down, and it smashes on this chest, and you see just like this fountain of coins kind of go skittering across
Okay, so we
the
have
floor.
to. Oh, really?
Yeah, because it like busts this lockbox open.
Trust me on this one, and I go for it. And I'm gonna get the coins and gather them up and.
Okay,
them in
I
my
think
purse.
this is embracing danger. So go ahead and give me a roll on your Minotaur die again. That's
one,
another
okay.
D6.
Wait, can I hold her from going inside? Because that's crazy.
Well, you're-
She's already inside.
You're outside. You've taken Gregory
She
out.
was inside.
She's still
Oh.
inside.
Do we have any rerolls? Do we have any rerolls?
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing in session 0.
Okay.
So.
Oh my god.
I'm walking in. There! That's what I'm talking about. That's all I wanted.
So
coins
you
are
reach
so
in and
hot.
you grab some. Yeah, you grab some coins. The coins are not actually hot. However, the mayor does not allow his lockbox of treasure to just go unguarded. And as you reach in, you feel a pinprick, and you pull your hand back, and you see a little dot of some sort of green fluid on your hand, and your hand begins turning purple.
Oh, shite! Shite! Somebody do something! Oh my god! I got this. I'm poisoned. I'm obviously poisoned.
All right, so the two of you have actions.
I'm gonna see this and just grab her wrist and pull her out of the house. I'm like, there's nothing safe to do in here anymore.
All right, I'm
gonna pull her outside.
I'm gonna say that that's probably. I'm gonna say that that's a troll move. Why don't you give me Hellbent Tabletop? Thanks for the follow.
Thanks, Hellbent Tabletop.
Tabletop.
Which it's resist. What is it
it's
for?
more aggression, bare fangs kind of thing. You're like grabbing her and hauling her out, right?
Oh.
I think you would go with me, wouldn't you?
Uh,
We're buddies, and
Yeah, yeah.
you're fucked.
yeah. Wait, do you just not want to roll a d4?
Yup.
It's too late now.
I don't want to.
It's too late now.
I'll give you advantage on this roll because she's a willing participant, but she's pretty freaked out. You have advantage. All right, it's not.
I'm gonna
Three's
write you.
not good enough.
I'm gonna write you a message.
You can't find her.
I miss her wrist.
No, you grab her wrist, and as
Break
you're hauling her out, as you're hauling her out, like the ceiling begins to collapse, and you get hit by one of these timbers.
Oh my god.
And it like cracks your shoulder blade. It hurts incredibly. And as you look behind you, you can see that the flames from where the ceiling has caved in, the ashes and embers are beginning to like float on the wind and go across over to one of the neighboring houses.
Well, if I hear her scream, I'm gonna run inside because
Okay.
I have to watch out for her.
She's got an action before anybody
Yeah,
else goes.
cool.
I heard somebody help me and then her screaming, so I'm gonna run in.
I
Well,
didn't
you're in
scream,
the
I
you're in the
grunted.
room, so you,
Oh, yeah.
you went into the room. You accidentally sprayed fire on the blanket
and
and caused kind of the ceiling to collapse a little bit.
so is she like pinned on or something? Or?
No, she just got hit really hard with it. So
Okay.
she's like
I got
dragging.
joints
She's dragging
pretty
tack
good.
out and.
Can I pick them both up and try and carry them?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gaston
yeah,
over here.
that's definitely a Minotaur check. So
Okay.
you can try it.
6.
6. So what? You
Nice.
get one outcome. You get one
Oh,
outcome.
Rolly McRollerson.
I do it.
He set the house more on fire.
I do it impressively.
Impressively.
Wait,
Oh.
does he get 2? Does he get 2?
No, it's one.
One.
He only gets one.
Thank
'cause you
you
rolled a 6.
to Nico13, Half Donut, and
Skater Boy TV.
Yeah.
Scab TV.
Hey,
Skater boy.
I don't like your girlfriend.
No way. Think you need a new one.
All right, so you do this impressively. Great.
because she's a halfling, she's a dwarf. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, we're the little
It's
guys.
true, yeah. So you scoop Avril, like you hook Avril under the armpit with one arm, and you hook Tack under the elbow with the other arm, and you kind of like lift them both up almost onto your shoulders, and just majestically charge out of the burning building. As the kind of final pieces of the roof catch fire and begin like raining inside.
And slow motion doves.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Grayson.
So-
This is embarrassing.
So you've got
I
Gregory
had it
dragged
under control.
outside.
Okay.
Soup
you.
tastes
Soup
good.
tastes good.
You've got Gregory dragged outside, and you can see that the building is beginning to get consumed in flames.
Okay.
Her hand is swelled up to like a weird kind of purple color, although you can see that she's still got several gold coins clutched in her hand. Right?
Put those away.
Why? They're not doing anything bad or good in my hand. They're just sitting here.
Cursed money. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to go to where you said it was spreading. It was starting to spread almost to the house
To
next
the
door.
next
embers
building,
are going.
yes.
I want to walk over to that building and basically try to tear down the section that is closest to this house, basically. So basically, if it's close enough to be wedged in between, I want to like use my body to.
Well, what's happening is that coals and embers from this kind of column of fire that's coming up through the top of the roof now, those coals and embers are going over to the roof of the neighboring building and catching that roof on fire.
But it's not on fire yet, or it's almost on fire?
It's catching on fire. Like you're seeing like patches flare up and it's smoldering and things like that as these bits of ash
God,
and
if you
coal
fail
land
safe on a
on
roof,
that.
you're just
You
gonna
gotta
die.
keep in mind that most of the roofs are probably like either thatched or wooden shingles,
Right.
shake shingles,
So-
that sort of stuff.
I want to climb up there and just start like hacking at it with like an axe, with hopefully an axe I can find maybe nearby.
All right, very good. I will say that you're embracing danger, so give me a Minotaur roll.
So are you on the not on fire house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you on top of the firehouse?
No.
11.
All right, so you get to
Killing
pick
it.
3 outcomes.
Okay, cool. I will pick boldly, thoroughly, and quickly.
All right, so Thawne runs over to the neighboring house where you see the coals and embers are landing on it, and there's little pieces, little patches of flame that are flaring up. And you have an axe, or what
I
are your
don't,
weapons?
but I was hoping to find one. I have,
What is your weapon?
my weapon is a wooden staff.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chunky Chipmunk, for the follow.
Cranky.
So you,
How dare
I'm
you.
dyslexic.
Maybe I
yeah.
can wedge it in between something.
You
and
see
like,
that you
That's
see
no
that
excuse.
given that you had such a great success, you see that there is there's a wood pile stacked up against against that side of the building, right?
Okay.
And so you scamper up the wood pile. Next to the wood pile, of course, is a large hatchet.
Great.
You get up there and you start just chopping pieces of the roof away and kind of like sliding them off, and they form a little pile down below, but they burn kind of like harmlessly out. At this point, the mayor's residence is consumed in flames and kind of collapses inward, but it looks like the potential danger to the surrounding buildings has been abated.
Oh, really?
Dope, 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 dope.
Now you do see that Gregory's head is has a big swelling bruise on the side of it, like a big goose egg, and his arm is definitely broken at an odd angle, right? So there's that. The mayor's wife appears to be fine. That's where we're at.
Point.
I've got
Tack, why is it every time I hang out with you, something burns to the ground?
Why is it every time we
Whoa,
hang out
whoa, whoa.
together, everything gets blamed on me?
I knew it was one of you two that did that.
What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
Grayson, that was you?
Was it
Jeez,
one?
I didn't know you had it
Grayson!
in you.
Grayson, what are you doing?
It's too late now, Tack. He told us. We don't care. We don't care. Who are we going to tell?
All
Because
right.
if I tell somebody about the fire, then you'll tell somebody about them. You know.
What?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
All right.
We're figuring it out. I need to get this out of my hand. So I'm going to.
Yeah, Tack is
Squid,
saying
thank you
everything's
for the follow.
fine as you're watching her hand slowly
And
turn
does
a
it
weird.
hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
Okay, then I'm gonna take-
And it's swelling, right? So your fingers are turning almost
I-
like
Okay,
little
so I want to
sausages.
say that they all they see is I pull out there. I've got this stupid toy that's basically like a little Tykes bus, but it's a toy that's like a mummer's cart, like a Bardic trailer kind of thing. It's a toy. It's decorated like that, and there are little animals that have like a frog playing a lute and a fox with a flute inside.
Oh, I love it.
Little figurines.
Oh, I would like it.
Anyway, but you can't have it. But so she takes it out,
She takes what she
and she just holds it, and she's like, my parents say there's magic in toys. And she just holds it
not
and
time for toys.
and basically wishes. But do you know what I want to do?
I think so.
Okay, so
So you're going to try and invoke some magic, is what I'm getting at,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so why don't you roll
Crazy chipmunks.
your
I'm gonna get
gargoyle?
chipmunks.
Crazy chipmunk and pond squid and cranky chipmunk. There's a lot of chipmunks here tonight.
Theodore.
So you guys
Ooh,
don't actually
sexy.
see, like, I mean, all you see is her pulling out, like, a toy. And that's really it.
And
She,
you
like,
talking to yourself?
Yeah,
What
kind of
are you
talking to
doing?
herself. Just pulling out some dice. Okay.
D12.
Oh, is it? For a dragon?
Gargoyle.
Oh, tap. Oh, sweet. Even better.
Even?
Although-
Is
yep.
it better?
Yeah, thank you.
11.
11. So you get to choose 3 outcomes.
Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I will do it cleverly, forcefully, and quietly.
Okay. So you guys look, and she pulls out this mummer's. Like, do you put it in the hand that is poisoned? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she puts it in the hand, and then she like almost like whispers something into the little thing, and you turn a little like music box crank, and
Yeah.
you hear kind of a weird and eerie tune kind of fills the air, and then she just sort of like takes the toy and puts it down, and
All right. I'm
What's
feeling-
happening to her hand?
Guys, it's Spock.
it's Spock.
It's Spock. Thank
It's
you.
Spock.
Thank you for the follow.
She puts the toy back in her, and when you put it up, her hand looks normal, although you do see kind of like little rivulets of black, kind of where, like she kind of like shakes her hand, and there's this like little spatter of wetness, like little black drops that drip down onto the ground when you go like this, like back. But then her hand looks normal.
What?
What did
You
you just
okay,
do?
Tag? Alright?
I don't know. I think I'm fine. Yeah.
Looks a lot better.
It does. Feels better. Yeah. So anyway,
Hey, your toy matches my backpack.
oh, that's not my toy. I just had it. I was taking care of it for my little sister. It was a present. It was going to be for her.
Oh, okay.
It's not mine.
Oh, okay.
Can we get on the road?
Yeah, it's the fire, but the fire's contained and like from that house. Or
I mean, there's a
Collapse.
very sad and pathetic crackle as the last kind of remaining walls of the mayor's house like fold in on themselves, and and there's
Guys, we're
one of
heroes.
there's a column of smoke
Wait.
What a great
and
start.
embers and sparks that kind of like shoot up into the sky a little bit as the house like settles in
How
on
much gold
itself.
did you even get? Was that worth it?
think so. It's exactly 100,000 gold.
You get 3 gold pieces.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Oh no.
That's a lot.
That's as much as you could grab before you get.
Should
you
I?
get zipped.
Doesn't
Whatever
buy a house.
happened with my hand, I don't quite understand it, but do you think I should maybe try it out with Gregory? We did do some
Please don't.
damage
Please
to
don't
him.
do anything else anymore.
I think every time we've tried to help him, we've made it worse.
Also,
I want to put the toy next to Gregory's head.
please don't.
Oh
Because
my
you
god.
said we need a down payment. Let's get some coins, and we burned the mayor's house down. So can we just?
I don't need a narrator over things I'm doing. I need a plan.
Yeah, Grayson, mind your own beeswax.
No more
This is
plans.
my beeswax now.
It's not your house.
No more
I
plans.
wanna-
No more plans from you. No, we have to go.
I know, but just we hurt him so bad. What if he wakes up and then he's hurt so bad? And
He might not wake up at all if we don't hurry.
Drip your black goo in his mouth. See what
I don't.
happens.
It's not my black goo. I don't know what really happened.
Coming out of you.
Just because it's
Black
coming out of me
goo,
doesn't mean
baby. Black goo, baby.
Don't stop it.
Don't stop it. Black goo, baby. Black goo, baby.
I don't like it.
Sorry, Tag.
Don't make fun of her.
I can't help it.
I'll come back tenfold on your ass. I
No, you will.
Come on.
Hey, don't say that about my sister.
I'm not your sister, Grayson.
I'm
Emma, whose side are you on? You're my best friend.
Whoa. You're not Grayson's best friend.
Is that what he says?
His best friend is Gregory.
Grayson, that can't be true.
Gregory's been like really cool to me in the past.
Oh, everybody hates him.
Guys, he's just like, it's hard being the mayor's son.
You guys,
Peasant with all that money.
I have a confession. Before we broke Gregory really bad. I made him eat his own boogers. But now that feels really weak compared to you breaking his arm. And then collectively we just broke his head. Like,
I should try to heal
sorry,
him.
I'm embarrassed.
Look, I did it to myself. I don't know what I was doing, but I think I can do it again. I want to try it.
I'm going to drag her away.
I believe in you, Tack.
I want to try it.
I
So
believe in you.
she gets out
Do
this
it.
little, mummer's wagon.
I'm going to
thing
knock it
again.
out of her hand.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh.
Don't you dare break my toes.
No more of this magic mumbo jumbo.
Why don't you?
Her parents
roll-
made that and they might die.
Why don't you roll I think this is a unicorn
Okay.
thing. You're trying to act with swiftness here before she can act.
Whoops. Whoops.
No, you
Catch
can't.
it on fire.
She's a woman. You can't hit her.
Hey, enough with the woman
9.
crap.
So you would get to choose 2 outcomes, but we have to deal with the 2 that he got.
Oh,
Yeah,
he,
what
oh
does
something
that
bad
do?
happens.
Yeah. So you guys are over by. You're clearly next to Gregory.
I'm gonna
right?
heal him. He deserves it.
Yeah. And so you lash out to grab this thing. She pulls the mummer's wagon toy, whatever this thing is, away from you, and it throws you off balance so badly that you flop over and you hear his leg go snap.
Oh my god.
My leg?
No, you landed on Gregory.
Yeah!
Lunge for it.
Good
and-
job, Thon.
Oh, is it my fault that everything I do gives him hurt?
I'm so sorry, Gregory. I just want you to know I don't.
Isn't it more what you
And
do?
as you're sort of collecting yourself in the grass, they're like, oh no. You turn around and look and you can see that not only is it broken, but you can see actual blood coming out of it, his pants leg. You're like, oh.
Oh, he pissed blood.
and
Tack, do you see this?
and
You see this?
then you see Tack lean down and kind of whisper something and then turn the crank and you hear the din 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 din.
Tack, that's creepy.
No.
Whatever this
I'm just doing
strange tune is. What are the 2 adverbs that you have chosen for how you perform this?
It'll be helpfully and impressively.
Okay. All right. So you guys watch this and you see the mummer's wagon. The top of the wagon flips open and the sides all flip down, and inside you see a little skeleton that does a little dance. And you can see his arm is like this, and his leg is all crooked out, and his head is all cocked to one side. And as she turns the crank, it's like one of those remember those little string things?
Yeah.
Those little string tension.
Oh, and you push the
You
bottom.
push the bottom and
yeah.
they lean and they dance.
Whoa.
It's like that. And so as she turns the crank, she kind of manipulates a plank on there, and the thing straightens out. And as it straightens out, you see Gregory's body straighten out again.
Whoa.
And
Does he have a boner?
and he even though his face is frozen, even though his face is frozen, you see the swelling go down, but as it goes down, you see it sweat into little oily black drops and then kind of drip, drip, drip onto the ground. And the blood that was coming out of his pants leg kind of turns into this blackish little trickle of oily fluid, drip, 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 drip. And then his arm goes back in place. And he looks like he's no longer injured.
There. I don't know what I did, but I definitely fixed it.
oh,
No
great.
thanks to you, Thorn. You're the one getting us into trouble.
You're the one who burned the house down.
You're the one
Thank
who
you.
said we didn't need money.
We don't.
We don't need money.
You're the one who told that. Fine. You're the
Fight,
one who.
fight,
Fine.
fight,
You're the
fight,
one who told
fight,
everyone
fight,
about
fight,
our
fight.
secret.
I didn't tell everybody.
I don't care about your secrets.
But that one was on purpose, by the way.
You burnt that house down on purpose?
We just wanted to have some fun.
What?
No, not the house, the granary.
What?
Were you not listening earlier?
Well, Gregory can probably hear you.
Oh,
And,
you think
and
they can hear?
Mrs.
Knock him out.
Futtermucker.
Oh, mudfucker.
Mudfucker.
Muckfutter.
Mugfutter.
Muckfutter.
Yeah,
Muckfutter.
yeah, but you're whatever.
Fine. Look, I'm going. I'm following this trail. If you're coming, fine. But if you're
going.
not,
Okay.
I'm going. I'm on
Yes,
my
I'm
horse.
going.
Let's go. Here, I got you this
what's-
palomino.
what's
You
the
look
thing
good on
we-
a palomino.
Where we get refuge or something? What if we save the town, we get full immunity. There.
You yelling at the mayor?
Yeah.
No, the mayor's not there.
The mayor,
the wife.
the mayor and the wife.
No one believes anything Gregory says because he's a little pissed.
That's true. His parents hate
Don't worry
him.
about it, Tack.
Fine.
Not even his mom thinks he's cool.
Yeah, burn. Take that, Gregory.
I think
Mom
Gregory's
You
burns.
cool.
see just a single tear like run down the
I'm
side
gonna
of
get in his
Gregory's.
face and whisper, I'm gonna tell everyone at school that you piss black. And I'm gonna push his face.
He's right behind. He's right behind you. He's settling down right now.
What up, Prince?
All right.
I'm not gonna, I would never.
Very good. So, after thoroughly humiliating Gregory in a variety of intensely physical and mental ways,
Yep.
Physically-
would you like to engage the rest of the adventure?
Yes,
But before we do, let's visit the school.
No.
Yeah, let's change our grades.
Oh my God. What have you done?
please. Also, there's this girl at school who, like,
Is it me?
She's not into you.
I don't know, she could be. I don't know.
No, you don't.
She
need
called
to-
you a loose butt.
I mean, my butt hangs low in these pants.
Yeah, I also told you
Tell-
to get new pants.
Tell Vani hello. Tell Vani
I
hello.
think it's
Hello, Bonnie.
Tell Vani hello.
I think he's trying to tell Vanna hello, but it's spelled.
Yeah, it could be that.
I really think that is what it is.
Thanks
Learn
for being
to spell.
narcissistic for me. I appreciate it.
On my behalf.
I appreciate it.
All right. So, at this point, what would you like to do?
Eat it before Eric does.
I've been thinking that for 20
I guess
minutes.
let's follow
why is it so
the
long?
ice trail, the frozen
Yes.
ice trail.
Can I?
There's, I mean, just to review, there is also a village hall, a blacksmith, and a bar which you could burn down before you leave town.
Nope.
Yeah,
nope,
yeah,
nope,
yeah.
Nope.
The school!
Hey,
Nope.
hey,
Let's go
Tom,
have
you don't know this
beer.
about me, but I love sarcasm.
Oh, is that sarcasm? I didn't notice.
All right. So, what is your action? What's your intent? What are you up to?
I'm on my horse.
Okay.
I've offered the Palomino to Thon.
All right. So you've
So
stolen
there's two-
4 horses. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We only need 2.
We're like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Burning stuff
I mean,
down,
except
riding
pretty
horses.
much.
Except that you're all war and death.
No, it's
I'm famine
she's
for
all.
sure.
She's pestilence. She's pestilence.
I'm not pestilence, I'm healing. Don't call me something I'm not. I just healed everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe they're dripping black goo. They,
He
as
looks
in
better.
Gregory.
I feel so much better. You don't even know. I don't even know what I did. I imagine it's 100%
saying
good.
that.
I don't.
I don't know what that means.
What
You
if
did
your
something.
soul leaking out of your body?
Well, I don't feel like that.
Cool.
Can we?
That's what it's
follow
all
this ice trail?
Ice thread, yes.
Yeah, let's follow the frozen
Ice
trail.
trail.
You know
we
what
all
horse I got you? I got you a pony, even though you're 2 times bigger than me.
What do I
I
have?
saved your life.
What kind of horse do I have? Quarterbred, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know your favorite horse. Of course, I got you that.
Yay.
All right.
Can we
Very
fist
good.
bump?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
take it back. You're not my best friend anymore.
I feel like people aren't.
Avril's my best
I
friend.
picked you both up and carried you out of fire. Why are you so mean to
It's
me?
super embarrassing. Don't do that again. It's called being the strong, independent women, and we don't need a man to rescue us, Grayson. Got outdated notions about that shit.
I love the fact that you're getting dressed down for being too impressive.
It was super impressive.
That was embarrassing to us. Why did you have to save us?
Burn
like
down
that?
a couple more granaries and we'll talk, okay?
Hey, I can help you.
I want to burn down a granary.
Well, when you do, you know who to call.
I think both of us would prefer that you did.
All right. So you are following the trail up, or the trail of frost that meanders up through the old forest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So this would be a tracking check. Thon has the best ability at that.
That's not
if
good,
I'm
yeah.
noticing that properly.
Is that
So,
Minotaur?
yeah. That is a Minotaur check. Yes. So
Follow
Thon,
me.
why don't you roll and see how you do?
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
Siete. 2.
7. You get to choose 2 outcomes. So how do you do
You meant
this?
open your heart on 12? What does that mean to you?
You little baby.
Well, it was going to be troll, but then I realized he said that the D10 is your attack, so I wanted that to be my D10. But I went with, yeah, he's a sensitive boy. He's a sensitive boy.
That's right. Very good.
Yeah,
So
very small
I'm going to go
hands.
with quickly and precisely.
quickly and
Loose pants.
precisely. All right, very
Loose.
good.
I grow quick.
Yeah, I know. I get all your hand-me-downs.
So the good news about this is it's not particularly difficult to follow this trail of frost that leads through the old forest. However, you travel for a little over an hour into the woods, and as you follow this trail along, you can see that it's fall, so the leaves have been dropping off of the trees, but there's a swath of about 50 feet on either side of this trail where it's absolutely bare of leaves. So as whatever passed this way went through, and there was this kind of like chill, the trees all just dropped their foliage around it. Right? It's almost as if a swath of death has passed through here. And after about, like I said, a little over an hour, you hear from the path up ahead this strange, labored breathing that you would characterize not coming from a person, but some sort of larger creature. And as you come up and over a small hill, you can see on the edge, maybe like 20 to 30 feet, you see a huge stag. And it's weird because it's propped up, its front two legs are propping itself up, struggling to keep it upright. And its head is up in the air. It's got this enormous rack of horns that are almost like a rich mahogany red. And it has kind of large, bulbous brown eyes, and its nostrils are flaring and snorting. You can hear this this labored breathing that it's giving. But the back legs, from kind of like halfway down its spine, and its back legs are coated in a rime of frost, and they're not moving. So it's sort of like crashed down in the forest. That's what you see as you come up. You hear this noise, and you come up over the hill. You see this thing, and it's breathing, almost panting.
The poor animal. What should we do?
I don't know. Should we put it out of its misery?
Maybe we can free it.
Do you think
talk
it's
to
the
it?
cause of the frost, though?
I don't.
No, look at it. It looks pathetic.
It looks
Whatever
like
did this is pretty powerful. I would think.
I don't want to kill it.
You don't want to kill it? You
No.
almost killed a human boy.
That was not on purpose. I just wanted his money.
Okay, so just pretend the stag has a bunch of money that you want.
Then I would take it and not kill it. I'm not a monster.
Yeah, she just light it on fire a little bit.
Grayson, what is wrong with you? Why do you have so much sass going on? I don't need any more sass mouth from you.
Wait, that's not a bad idea. Do you still have that wand? I mean, you could light
Are you
it.
scared of the wand? Give
Do
it
I?
to me. I'll
Wait,
do
why
it.
do you want to like
You
that?
never said that you put it
Yeah,
away.
I probably would have held on to it to put it back at some
I'll
point.
handle this. I'm going to jump off my horse
I still have it.
and go to the front of the stag and just stab it between the eyes. I have a dagger.
Okay. All right. There's not really any roll required for that. So you plant your dagger into the forehead of this creature, and its eyes go wide for a moment, and it breathes a couple of heavy labored breaths, and then it crashes down and falls
I'm
over.
gonna lay it down nicely.
What the actual fuck?
Give me a
What?
Give me a Sphinx roll, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? Give me a Sphinx roll is fine.
Shit. Fuck. 2.
Fan of games.
2.
Fan of
All right.
Games 89. Thanks for the follow.
And thanks for hosting Dripster
Oh,
1344.
Dripster host.
Oh,
Nice.
hey, Dripster, what's up?
Dripster host.
1344. That sounds like an address if I ever heard one.
All right, so
1344
the
Dripster
main
Lane.
issue is you plunge your dagger into this thing and put the beast down, and then you try to lay it down, and as you try and lay it down, you put your hand on it, and your hand touches some of the ice, and you feel it creep up along your arm, and you can feel your arm stiffening up. It starts to get paralyzed.
Guys.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
I touched some of the frost.
Now do you want to talk to me about my Mommer's wagon toy?
I don't want you to use that thing on me.
Okay, fine, I won't. I'll just watch you freeze, like the rest of the town.
No, we're not going to watch your feet.
Just pull my arm off of it or something.
I'm gonna try.
Don't touch this
I'm
part
gonna try
though.
pulling
Just
from
do
here.
up here.
Okay. Give me That's an interesting thing that you're doing there.
That's always fun. It's like I never thought.
Unexpected.
Whip your arm out of the socket. I mean, I fixed the problem.
Oh yeah, just my bones come out, my skin's still
That was
stuck.
the
I'm
most
gonna
cheerful
say
laugh for
that this
being-
is more of a unicorn check than a minotaur check. So you're actually trying to act swiftly to pull her hand away as the ice begins to
Okie
creep up.
dokie. Yes, 4.
All right, so you get one outcome that you get to choose
I'm gonna go with quickly.
quickly.
Do
All
that
right.
quick enough so it doesn't spread
right.
further.
Hurry!
So you rip her arm away from the stag. And you see that the ice doesn't spread as fast, but your arm is frozen in position, and the ice is now very slowly creeping up your arm. And you think that it might be a matter of several hours. It might take all night, but eventually that ice is going to start to cover the rest of your body, and you're going to have some real problems.
Tell me what you want. Tell me you want it.
I don't want your weird wagon song.
Tell it to me. I'm not going to do it unless you want. You tell
I
me.
have fire.
Don't set my arm on fire,
I wasn't gonna
Grayson.
set
She
your
doesn't
arm on
want
fire.
any help. She doesn't want any help. She can do it all
Stop
herself.
yelling, everybody! What is going on?
This is an upsetting situation. I try to be nice, mercy kill an animal, and I
Anyway,
get punished. This
I
is
have
bullshit.
this thing here that's worked at least twice.
It made Gregory pee black stuff.
I didn't pay black stuff. It went
It
out
turned
of
his
him.
blood all black then.
Well, then it left.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Did it leave? The
What?
black stuff go away?
The black stuff from which
Gregory.
thing? From Gregory? I mean, it dripped onto the ground.
It didn't go away though.
It didn't go away. No, it was like.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like
Well,
drops of
anyway,
black
I wouldn't
oil.
mind you shutting your mouth for a bit anyway, so maybe we can have this paralyzing go a little faster. D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D.
I'm gonna
Tell
use
me you
my.
want it.
I'm gonna use my Tinder to just start a small fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me you want the toy.
That's
No
not an
attack.
issue. That's not something I'm going to make you roll
Yeah.
for. You can start a small fire.
Fire. Just keep your arm near the
Okay,
fire.
I'll just s'more it up. It's fine.
It's magic. It's not gonna work.
We don't know that.
I'll just hold it kind of close, as close as I can.
I love this. All right. Why don't you?
I'm gonna get there.
Wow, I don't even know what to put. This is. I'm going to give you an owl check. You're trying to implement the plan. Why don't you roll on your owl, the
Okay.
golden owl?
What the? I have not rolled above a 2 this whole time.
Yeah, that is a natural
That's a
one, right?
one.
That is a natural one. Yeah. So you put it in.
It's a 7.
So here's the thing: the ice stays, and you're like, and you can't feel your arm, so you just thrust it into the flame, and it's not.
Is it working?
It's not until you smell something that's like,
What is that?
oh, I smell hot dogs, and you realize you're cooking your own hand in
Out
the
of
fire.
out of there!
Fuck this! I'm doing it. I'm gonna Mummer's wagon. her.
Wait.
No!
No!
The last time you told me to wait, you wound up breaking his leg all over again.
I'm just saying, give it a choice. Let her
Give
decide.
it a choice. I'm a person.
I said her.
Nothing else worked. I'm telling you, this is the only way, and I don't know what it is, but
It's not
working.
the only way. I can cut off the arm.
Fuck!
Hold on.
You're not cutting off my sister's arm.
Give
Oh,
her,
your sister.
give her a choice. Is all I'm
Give
saying.
her a choice. Okay, do you want your arm cut off, or do you want it fully healed?
What if you mess it up?
I won't. I haven't yet.
I know, but the odds are stacking up against me,
I
man.
feel like
Think quickly.
I've got a really
Fine,
big percentage
fine.
chance. Fine, here we go.
7.
Oh, I thought that was a natural
Yeah.
one. I was so hoping that was a
Just
natural one.
explode her arm.
All
If I
right.
pee black from now on. I'm gonna be real mad at you,
So you
Terry.
Yes, please keep me posted.
You get to choose.
As I always do about my bowel functions.
Girl power forever. We can
Girl stuff.
The only people we can talk to is each other.
You get to
About the
choose
stuff that comes
two
out of our
outcomes.
body. I want to do it. I bet I'm pretty. I want to do it carefully, and
Forcefully.
yeah, probably forcefully at this point. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
carefully though.
Like, you like me, but you kind of hate me right now.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear the words "your right tack" come out of your mouth.
All right. So you see, she gets the little mummer's wagon out and she like shoves it over by you and she just furiously starts cranking on that thing and you hear the creepy music like coming out of it and the top pops open and the walls flop down like you've seen it do before and inside you see two kids who are making a snowman.
Well, what happened to the skeleton?
I don't know. Like I said, this is all new to me. I don't know. Our entire town has been magicked, and so I don't know.
And you see there's a little marionette and one of the kids. There's a little marionette of the kid, and the kid grabs the carrot nose off of the snowman, and then the snowman just goes burp, 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 and melts into the ground. And as this happens, the ice on your hand turns into like rivulets of black slurry, and it sloughs off. And you flick it like that, and there's this spatter of black oily fluid that goes against the ground, and when it hits the fire that he's made, there's these really weird little curlicues of green smoke that curl up into the air.
I'm haunted!
And your hand is all it's all red and burnt, but you can actually move it again now.
How do you feel?
Well, I still smell like a hot dog, but it's fine.
We shouldn't go
Thank
around.
you.
You're welcome.
I'm not saying you're right, though, because we don't know what this is going to end up doing to me later.
Yeah, well, at least you're not paralyzed.
At least I'm not missing an arm.
I just wanted to give you a choice.
So much for having my back.
I don't trust this
can
dark
cut it off.
magic.
It's not dark magic.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. It's just the color
Oh,
of
you
darkness.
don't
It makes
know.
That doesn't
creepy
mean it-
green
I mean-
wisps in the fire.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
like the definition of evil
It-
magic.
no, it's not.
I gotta say I'm with them. It's certainly not like the light of Torm or something. It's something
Oh,
weird.
shut up, you bookworm.
Light of storm. None of us go to that.
Go read a
class.
scroll, you dork.
Is anybody having flashbacks to their actual junior high experience right now?
I thought I was getting bullied.
Hey, this is what happens. Whatever gets done to you, you wind up doing it back. I don't mean to be mean. I just nature of the beast, you know.
It's fine.
You're
Oh
really
my.
self-aware for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, well.
I'm not
But
crying.
I've seen some
I'm not
shit.
crying. You guys are crying. I don't-
All right, so you've created a small fire and you've solved this issue that.
So what? I've got burns still. Is that
Yeah,
the
I mean
situation?
your arm and your hand are very red and
Just
tender.
tender.
Yeah,
Like I had,
but you can move them now. but-
frostbite or something.
No, like from
Oh,
the
like I
burnt,
stuck my
from
hand in
the
a fire.
Yes.
Weird. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The strange
Oh,
thing about
that's
that.
about-
Oh, that's interesting though. My toy only cured like the magic frost. It didn't
Yeah.
cure
Thanks for pointing that out.
The
So I
self-
didn't have to.
the self-inflicted wounds that you did to yourself.
Self-inflicted.
You stuck your hand
It was
in
an
fire.
accident. I couldn't feel anything.
You did it of your own volition. You put your hand in fire.
It's Grayson's fault.
I just made a fire. I'm trying to
Yeah,
help.
you said put your hand in it.
I did not say that.
That was all of our ideas.
You
And
guys
guess
were
whose
there.
idea was the only one that worked? Mine.
What do you think, Thon?
I'm halfway down the road on my list.
Yeah, you turn around and you're like, "What do you think, Thon?" And Thon is just like getting on top of his horse
Let's
and
just
like
go.
adjusting the saddle.
Why did you have to go and mercy kill that poor stag?
He was suffering. Just like Thon wanted to cut off my arm.
Yes, Thorn, you're never gonna live that down.
There's plenty of cripples in our village. It's fine.
I need help getting on my horse.
I'll help you.
Don't touch my butt like that one time.
I told you I didn't mean to.
Do you love your sister?
No,
I'm not his sister.
it's not like that.
This is awkward. Just help me up on the horse, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my arm.
My foot.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Maybe if you pick the smaller horse and.
Hey.
Yeah, so you're a
Pony
halfling,
boy.
so there is the whole thing of like you actually get up in his hands and then climb up over his shoulder and onto the horse,
I'm
right?
a little lady.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a little lady.
All right, very good. You continue on up the trail. You get to the edge of the woods. It takes approximately 3 hours or so to get to the edge of the.
Puppy cam. Puppy cam.
Oh, now I want to know what's going on with the pups.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't come up here.
Yeah, well, pups was curled
Thank
up
you
in
for
the
the
corner.
follow, dreaded goat.
Dreaded goat.
Subscribe for more puppy videos.
I am the dreaded goat.
Well, that
All
was.
right, continue.
Is he being cute?
Is he being cute? Can't miss it.
I took a picture of him being cute here earlier. All right.
So old. He's so broken. Oh my god.
Look at that guy.
Text that to me, please.
All right, I'll just post it on Twitter and then everybody can enjoy.
Oh, lay down by me, please, 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 please.
Please love me.
I own you, please. Please, I paid for this, love.
That's true. That's why you get a dog, because no one else will stand you.
That's about right.
That's why I got two.
Oh shit, she's really crying, guys.
I just like how he stands and looks at walls sometimes. I already get you.
He's got a big wiener. Oh, you got scared. Does he have a Twitter account? Can I tag him?
He's got his own Instagram.
You should make him an Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a true dog mom unless your dog has its own Instagram.
My dog's Instagram is just my Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
know
it
he's
is.
10
Yeah.
years old, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything because I feel like he's like, you know, what I wanted was to give him the last years of his life,
Yeah.
you know? But I think that's like 3, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I also don't think
Yeah.
he's like got a long time.
Yeah, especially since you don't know his age or like his history. It's
No.
tricky. What's his name? Winston Wallace?
Irving.
Irving.
Oh, I was close.
Winston Wallace.
Winston Wallace Irving.
Winston Wallace.
He's got
Yeah,
he's got
that's a
the
good
most
name.
grandpa of names.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
he's
like
a little
it.
Fitting.
grandpa.
He's a
Yeah,
grandpa.
when I got my dog Frankie, I was gonna name him. After a character in FLCL. 'Cause
Wow.
he's like part Shiba Inu.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, you're Japanese enough for me to name you after an anime character.
that's totally
And then I
cool.
got him, and I was like, you're a Frankie. I can't.
That's the way it
Like
is.
the way he is, he's just like, ugh. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're not. You're not the noble name I was gonna call you. So I guess you're fucking Frankie.
All right, so after about 3 hours, you get to the edge of the old forest, and it transitions into a series of like mountains that rise up off the edge of the forest, and they're sort of bare, craggy peaks. There's not a lot of vegetation. It's a very sudden transition from the forest directly into kind of like bare, rocky mountain, right? So, yeah, you continue to follow this path. The sun has begun to set at this point. By the time you have done all of your rigmarole and screwing around and whatnot, it is
Screwing around. We're heroes.
You're definitely heroes.
We're the heroes this town needs.
The sun has gone down,
Not what
and
they asked for.
the moon has appeared over the side, off to one side of the mountain range. It's up ahead of you and onto your right. And as the night has begun to fall and the cool fall air, kind of a crisp stillness settles in upon you, you can hear up ahead on the trail, you can hear the sound of some sort of kind of small, childish kind of voices, but they're speaking in rather a kind of a grunting type of cadence and some sort of language that has a lot of, glottal stops and things like that. That's what you hear coming from up ahead.
Oh.
So this is before you're just on the edge of the forest. So before you fully emerge from the forest, what would you like to do?
One of us should go and scout ahead.
I vote Avril.
You're the smallest of us.
I've got a good search.
I don't know. She's never been that sneaky.
Listens. Okay.
She's never been that sneaky around the family.
I'm
She's
good at
always
charming
very,
and deceiving.
she's always very upfront.
Well, none of us are very.
No, none of us.
We're not very quiet, it seems.
I mean, maybe we could just talk to him. You know?
Can I just watch them from a distance?
You hear these voices. You don't see who this is. You know,
Oh.
and
Oh, it's
just,
I
just to
see.
be clear, you know, the path isn't like flat mountain like straight up to the top,
Mm-hmm.
right? It like rises and falls, and there's cliffs and little plateaus and things like that. So wherever they are, you don't immediately see them. You just hear this kind of like coming down the mountainside.
Can I climb a tree and see if I can see over? Are there any trees around?
You're on the edge of the forest, so there are
Okay.
trees around. So why don't you, if you're gonna climb a tree and do that, why don't you give me a Sphinx roll, please?
Okie dokie. It is an what's this say? 5. That's
5. All right. So pick a
Quietly.
quietly. All right. So you climb this tree, and you can see as you get up above, you can see that there's clearly like a ridge, and then it kind of flattens out a little bit, and you see a group of approximately 6 small creatures. They're only about 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet tall. They're all wearing white robes with like a little bit of like a little silver trim around it. And they are carrying some sort of strange little hand axes. They're like they're metal axes. So normally like the hand axes you're used to seeing have a wooden haft on them and like a steel head or something like that. This is like it's as if it's one piece of metal and it's kind of curved in sort of a strange way. And they're carrying those around, and it has a spike on the back, and they appear to be like breaking rocks up in this little ridge type area.
I think they're idiots.
Have I seen anything like this before? Any creature like this? Before we went hunting at some point, maybe?
It's
Well,
a nursery rhyme.
that's a great question. I'm going to determine that as a DM. You have not really seen a creature like this before. Now, from your studies and from what your elders have told you, you would guess that it's going to fall. These things are probably going to fall into one of 2 categories. They might be kobolds or they might be goblins.
Okay.
But you're not really like from the distance that you're at and the fact that you can't get a full glimpse of them and
It's
the
kinda dark.
moon's just coming out. It's kind
Sure.
of dark. You're not sure, but these little figures that are moving around about that height, about that shape, is gonna be either kobolds or goblins, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna come down and tell you guys what I saw.
Do you think they did this to the town? Are they magical creatures?
I don't know what
Man.
they
I don't
are.
remember.
This is like, our whole town is stopped. I don't think that like a couple
Busting up
weird
rocks.
monsters are gonna be what did it.
We should just try to sneak around them.
Well, there's 4 of us and 6 of them, but we're much bigger. Maybe if you just ride in and circle around them, they can scare them into talking.
Well, so this does beg the question. You have proposed that you're going to sneak around, but you have 4 horses, so you'd have to like leave the horses here at the edge of the wood if you wanted to sneak.
I love my horse.
Well, I'm not saying we don't leave the horses. We ride in and
Let's
circle
just-
around them.
Let's just run by them really fast.
We could do that too.
Okay, yeah.
And
could
we'll
try
make a
that.
lot of noise and they'll be confused. And then they won't hurt us. Like a cougar.
Okay. I'm fine with charging headlong into it.
I'm in.
How
right.
quickly she said she was in made me reconsider if I wanted to be in.
She
Yeah.
smiled.
You're in.
All right, so
Come
you're
on, go have fun.
Yeah.
Woman up.
fine.
wow.
We just took out so many things that we hunted. We're ready for this.
Okay.
Think of these as just more animals.
All right. So just to clarify, the group consensus here is you're going to kick your horses into gear and just barrel on through past them as quickly as possible.
Straight on
yes.
to
All right.
the other
Why does
side.
it-
I am gonna ready my. I've got a hammer, like a crafting hammer.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, give me a check on your unicorn stat, please. This falls into the domain of swiftness and grace. You're gonna
Not the worst.
barrel through. Well, that's not good for you.
nice.
You get to pick 2.
Finally!
You get to pick
4.
2. You get to pick 1. All right.
Just me.
Whoops, whoops.
All right. So let's deal with our successes.
Okay.
I'm guessing that you're
Thank you
last.
for the bits.
Little Miss Lauren 85. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So you've got 1. Why don't you go first there, Grayson?
I do it. I'm gonna say boldly. I just kind of like take
Boldly.
charge.
All right.
and go.
Bum, bum, bum. You charge through. Avril, do you want to pick your 2?
I'm going to do quickly and cleverly. So maybe maneuvering around figures
Okay.
when possible.
Very good. And which 2 outcomes would you like to choose?
Helpfully and cleverly as well.
Helpfully and cleverly. Helpfully in what way?
Maybe for him who didn't do anything.
Well, he got in trouble, so I don't know that you're gonna be able to help him that much.
Well, maybe helpfully, if he gets in trouble, I can be a distraction, or I don't know,
Okay.
make that carry over somehow.
All right. So Grayson charges straight up the middle. Avril decides to do kind of like a strange little flanking maneuver. So as they're all looking at Grayson, Avril sweeps around to one side. Unfortunately, Thon's horse trips and throws him. He tries to go around the other side, and it's a little bit rockier on that side, and you get thrown from the horse. Tack.
Tack, like TACK.
It's like tic-tac.
Tack.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Tack,
Why
you.
are my name's always the hardest one? I just picked 3 letters.
Well, it's T-A-K. It could be pronounced a different.
It could be.
Mommy.
Could be tack. Yeah.
All right. So you see that Thon gets thrown. You kind of like charge toward a group of these creatures, and as you look, you can see that they are definitively kobolds. Right, as you get close
Okay.
up. However, you kind of charge towards them and draw their attention away from Thon, who is on the ground. But you are still splayed out on the ground, and your horse is like has tripped and fallen over, and it's struggling to get back up to its feet as well.
Okay.
So I'll let you act first since you're in the most trouble, and we'll see what the rest of the group is going to do to catch up. So, or I assume like you guys are kind of charged through and gone past. You know, you're sowing chaos, but you're also moving out of
Right.
their immediate scene. So
How did they react to us doing that? Did they take out weapons, or did they were just confused? Were they-
yeah. So you guys barreled in there like so quickly and kind of came out of nowhere that they are all sort of like taken aback and they are confused.
Okay.
Okay. For the moment, but they appear to be like carving something with these weird hammers out of the stone. Like they're each of the little boulders that they've collected a set of boulders, and they appear to be carving them into kind of like a oval egg type of shape. You can pick up on that.
Okay.
But that's like, you know, as the dust comes up and you guys barrel through,
Okay.
like you see like, you know, this group of, you know, strange sort of like crudely carved egg type of shapes that they're all chiseling away at. So they don't seem to so much be weapons as maybe more like tools. But
Okay.
it's like axe on one side that they could use as a weapon.
Okay,
And
sure.
then a spike on the back end that they're using for this chiseling thing. So,
Okay, I'm gonna try to quickly get back on my horse and continue riding. If I
all
can.
right, that's another unicorn check. We're trying to act with swiftness and
Okay.
grace. So.
Yay!
All right, so pick your 2 outcomes.
Yeah, quickly and precisely.
All right, so you leap onto the back of your horse and grab it by the reins, and it straightens up, and you bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kick it into gear, and
Don't kick it.
you chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah.
Gallop up further on up the side of the mountain. So you
We did it.
You,
It had eggs?
you barrel on through, and they all begin
Yeah.
sort of like yelling something. You're not sure what they're chittering and shouting after you, but you clomp up the side out of their range, and they don't appear to have any mounts, and they don't appear to have any ranged weapons, so they don't
Dope.
provide a threat to you at this point.
Good idea.
Thanks.
All right.
Anytime.
So, after about 2.5 hours, you're sort of far enough up the mountain that you can no longer use the horses, right? But you also know that you're getting close to the site of the Ironkeep. And this trail of frost just continues, like it forms just a straight line that goes directly toward there. So,
I think we better turn back.
what would you...
You're such a kidder, Tack.
Yeah, that was just a joke.
Is there a cave or any sort of like cover that we could put the horses in if we're gonna leave them? I just don't want to leave them
That's a good
straight up on the mountainside.
question. Why don't you, since you brought this up, why don't you give me...
Search? Sphinx?
I'm actually gonna call for a dragon check on this. I'm trying to...
Oh shit.
Discern. You're trying to
Use-
discern.
Oh man.
Yay!
You
It
discerned
actually
it.
has.
All right. So how would you how would you like to execute this move?
I just get one.
You just get one.
I guess helpfully.
Okay.
Trying to be helpful to the horses
So-
and to us when we come back down the mountain.
You do find like maybe it was an old mining cave, or maybe it was a huntsman's like shelter or whatever it was.
Can I just see your DM?
Do you want to look at the rest of the cards? Is everything going to be okay?
Is this book important?
Weird. I'm downgrading your gargoyle to a D3.
I will be honest, I actually didn't read the things that were on them. I just
You
want
need
to
to
see
touch
how
them.
many words were on them.
And what those words were.
That's also why I want to see the answers.
And the
to
order of
I
them.
wanted to see how many letters were on them, what order the letters were in,
I couldn't tell you
whether
what it
the
actually
letters were
said.
separated by spaces at all, and if there's
So
any
funny.
punctuation.
All
That's
important.
all I wanted to know.
All I saw was some of the major plot points in this upcoming castle.
Very good. So yeah, you find what may have been like an old. It's a cave, but it looks like it was fortified a little bit to be like sort of like a hunting refuge, right? For somebody who would maybe come up on the side of the mountain and maybe was hunting mountain goats or something like that. And it's very easy for you to tie up the horses and they'll be sheltered here and probably not exposed to anything. They're not immediately, it won't be immediately visible, let's put it that way. They'll still be, if a wolf were to scent them and come along and try and attack them, they're going to be tied up. There's not much you can do. But
Yeah.
but you found adequate shelter for the
Okay.
horses, yes. Is there anything else you would like to do before you continue on up the side of the mountain?
I put down wolf traps.
Very good. All right.
Yeah, we're still in hunting.
No,
mode, I
just
guess.
pour down wolf pee so they'll know a wolf was already here and they'll be scared.
Is that how that works, Grayson?
I don't know.
Maybe they'll just want to come hang out with the other wolves.
It's true.
All right.
I'm
So
sorry.
you found adequate shelter for the
Even
horses.
Erwin didn't like that.
You continue up the side of the mountain. It takes approximately another hour. At this point, it's getting close to, you would guess, 11, 12, 1 a.m. It's somewhere in the middle of the night, right?
I'm tired.
You get to the Ironkeep. The Ironkeep is a structure that is maybe a little bit larger than, say, a wizard's tower. U.S. Marine Corps MOG vet. That's the way I'm reading it.
Mogvet.
I'm not sure what an MOG is, but that's because
Mother of God.
I'm just
Vet.
a noob civilian. So this is maybe a little bit larger than a wizard's tower. It's sort of like, I would say, like a
Well, it
big-
depends on what your standard wizard's tower is. I know some pretty large wizard's tower.
And so you guys have heard, rumors of this place. It's a sort of a broken down structure that has been abandoned for a couple hundred years at least. It's out of the way, so no one has really taken advantage of it floats on a little island of stone, right? And it's called the Ironkeep because the walls are made out of iron, but there are places where the walls have been broken and kind of cracked off and fallen in, even though that it's made out of metal, etc., right? But it floats on this little island of stone, and there is oftentimes, people have visited this thing and tried to explore it and things like that. So there are a variety of rope ladders and lines and things like that hanging off of it. So accessing it is something that kids often it's a long ways out of town, so you can't get there and back in one day, but it is one of those things where you kind of dare each other, oh, we're gonna go spend the night at the Iron Keep. The other thing that you know about it is in recent history, most kids have not done that because, as far as you know, it has been home to a pair of wyverns who have built a nest in the thing. And so you've heard countless stories from different people in the village and things like that, don't go up to Garabet's Peak because there's wyverns up there and they've stole 3 sheep last week and all that kind of thing. So it's known in Oakhurst that the wyverns have been using this area, using this as a nest and hunt in the vicinity. So when you come out of the woods, you're exposed and you potentially can get attacked by the wyverns that live there. You don't see any sign of them right now, but so as you come to the bottom of this thing, there are very obviously ways you could get up inside of it. You don't see any, the Trail of Frost goes directly underneath and then disappears, right? And you don't see any sign of the wyverns active or anything like that right now.
Grayson,
Dope.
did you ever think we'd come back here after that one night we spent?
Oh, that sounds sexy.
Nope, definitely wasn't sexy.
No,
You made it sound really sexy, Thon.
Were you here before?
Yes.
At the Iron Keep?
Yes.
Did you come here
were?
together?
Wait, you did it?
Yeah.
We both did.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. We came here.
You came here? You hear that, Tech?
Oh, yeah?
Pervs.
Where exactly did you come?
I mean,
Is that what this trail is? You kidders.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
It's okay.
You sweet innocent baby boy.
Wait, what happened, you
I
guys?
touch your face. And then I slap it a little.
Gregory dared us to spend the night here, and we did.
Who did?
Gregory.
Gregory.
I want to impress him.
Muckfutter?
Gregory Muckfutter.
Muckfutter.
The mayor's son, the one with
And
the
then what
big goose
happened
egg
after
on
he
his
did
head.
it? Did he
You stole his soul, remember?
In the middle of the night, they came and tried to scare us away, but we knew it was them.
Oh.
How did you know?
Not idiots.
I wasn't scared.
Don't say you were an
Yeah,
idiot.
you looked scared.
I wasn't.
Wait, were
Do you
you?
pee his pants?
No.
Sometimes he does that in the night.
Not for years. I had a problem.
It's more like year.
Did you?
Avril, shut up!
Did you pee your pants last year?
As you're discussing who may or may not have urinated where, you do see that there is, strangely enough,
writing that
the
down?
moon is
Fish my
directly
pants.
overhead at this point. And you see a little, a halo, a strange halo appear around the moon. It's a halo of frost, right? So you
Around the moon?
Around the moon, yeah. So you can see, frost in the air, kind of spreading these sort of scintillating rays as the moonlight strikes the frost in the air. It kind of spreads this beautiful halo around the circumference of the moon. And then that sort of begins to like swirl and turn just ever so slightly. And you feel a cold wind kind of rustle up and whip around the up over and over the ridge and begin to like kind of swirl back and forth, you know, crossing around you.
Let's go to this larger than a wizard's tower building.
I mean, you know that there's a wizard's tower in one corner, and then there's a large square kind of courtyard. Like it's big enough for that size.
Floating in the air?
On top of this piece of rock, yeah. So, if we were to just kind of give you a rough idea of what it looks like, there would be Wizard's Tower here. What's strange is that there's like some sort of gate here. There's a smaller tower here, and then...
Is this an aerial view?
Yeah.
But
So it looks like that, and then it's all floating on top of this chunk of rock.
And we're on this side?
Where's
You're
the
underneath.
courtyard?
You're
Oh,
underneath
underneath it, okay.
Yeah.
Where's the courtyard?
The courtyard is
inside.
in this
Oh,
area here. Yeah. In fact, I'm sorry. There's another large door here.
Well,
And so a lot of these ropes and stuff are anchored off.
The rock.
So we have to do some rope climbing.
yeah, let's climb up this rope.
It wasn't too hard last time.
Yeah.
Put that
Only
in
took
the-
us a couple of tries, if I remember
cam's on the
correctly.
dog right now.
All right, perfect.
No, this is
I
the
mean-
dice cam.
Oh!
The sexy dice cam.
Sneaky. Sneaky.
All right.
Tack, what if you play your weird seance machine? This has got to be the spot.
And what would it do? What do you think?
I don't know. You didn't know what it was going to do when you played it the first time.
Well, I'm not going to just...
What if it calls upon the entity that's causing all this trouble? We can have a discussion about how they're killing everyone's.
Well, now you're just making
parents.
stuff up.
No, you
I
made
wasn't-
it up.
Not really. I kind of had an intention doing it. I wasn't just like, everyone do whatever you want. Magic, magic, magic.
Okay, we'll have an intention this time.
What? Like what?
Call upon
Maybe unfreeze
so
the
and
town.
so.
I don't have... Look at me. I can't do that.
So call up someone who
You
can.
put a man back together.
I didn't. It was my toy. And I knew
It
what
is
I
your
was
toy.
asking it.
It's not your sister's.
Oh, pff.
No.
Okay, well, let's stop.
There's a good one.
Let's
You
stop
got it.
arguing and let's get up there. We just need to climb the ropes. Just make a jump and climb a
I
rope.
think we should just climb it. I don't know what I'd be asking my toy to do right now.
Let me try it.
No.
Okay.
No.
No,
Party pooper.
You don't know what it's going to do.
She didn't either.
This isn't the time for toys. We just need to climb a rope.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep my toy to myself.
Are you gonna play it?
Right now, no.
What if I break my leg?
Yeah, then I would.
Oh.
It's very hard to protect you. You know that?
what is this side of you?
What are you talking about?
You're mercy killing. You're talking about breaking your legs and using magic.
Yeah, that
Who
was
are
a little
you?
fucked up.
It's very odd.
What? It was nice. I'm a nice person.
Well,
Okay.
I know, but you killed an animal.
Hey, leave her alone, okay?
It was
Come
gonna
on.
die anyway.
Yeah, it's
You
just-
saw I was creeping up my arm. It was just creeping up that stag's body. You wanted it to suffocate to death?
She made a decision. It's in a better place, okay? Let's not
and
dwell
we
on
can
it.
pick it up on the way back and eat it.
Nope. Let's.
Last
not do
time you touched it, you almost lost your arm.
We'll cut it in half.
that.
Take the good part.
I'm sure the magic will be gone by the time we get back.
I thought we were immune to this thing, but it turns out we're not.
Why do you think? Oh, well, I
No,
guess
because
it
we're the
didn't-
only ones that didn't get bitten by this frost.
Well, I wonder why I was targeting our
Well, what if
town.
the frost isn't the same thing? Because like people aren't frozen from frost; they're just holding still.
They're paralyzed from some sort of magic.
But maybe teamwork's at the bottom of this.
Maybe.
I don't.
Maybe the true answer is friendship.
I'm gonna start climbing a rope.
What a little baby.
Grayson, you're embarrassing me.
All right, so you're going to climb the rope.
Yes. Are they easily reachable? or they have
Yeah,
to
no,
make
they're
a jump?
easily
Okay.
reachable. Like I said, there's a variety of.
Thanks,
Welcome
Doug.
to Venom the
F you,
Raven, Venom the Raven, and Fudong. I like to say Fudu NG.
No.
Fun
You're ruining
dong.
all the fun of that screen name, which is Dung.
For us, die us.
Wow, that's
What's the NG then?
That's super dark. All right, I think it's a good question. What would this be? There's not really a climb skill on here, right?
Bare fangs.
How are you trying to get up there? Just straight up
grabbing-
climbing?
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to make a troll check, go ahead and roll your troll.
Straight up climbing.
D10.
Ooh, I don't know if I can do
1.
All right,
Damn.
natural 1.
I'm very active. I can do this.
Very
easily.
good. All right.
I don't know, man. You didn't pass that test in gym, remember?
All right.
The
So
rope
yeah,
test?
yeah, you begin climbing up, but as you get about halfway up, the not halfway, but maybe like 20, 25 feet, the ropes do have just a little bit of a rime of frost on them, but it appears to be normal frost, but it's just enough that your hand slips and you bam, hit the ground.
Oh, did you break something? Did you break something? Play
I'm
your box,
fine.
play your box, hurry.
Everything's
Are
fine.
you fine?
I'm fine. I feel okay.
I don't want to overuse it. I don't.
We took a couple
Oh, 'cause
spills
it's
last
haunted
time.
and evil.
I
It's not haunted and evil, but what if one
Why
time
don't
it
you
doesn't
use
work?
it?
Well, because what if there were only 3 uses in it? I don't know what it's gonna do.
Okay, I'll climb the rope, I guess.
All right.
Grayson, I'll show you how it's done.
I mean,
Grayson goes to the gym at 6:30 every morning.
You are the worst, like, pretty boy, goody two shoes. Like-
I'm just like, I'll do it, and then I'm doing it hand over hand, no legs.
Yeah, you actually go and grab 2 ropes that are like 50 feet apart, and
Oh,
you just
you Donkey Kong
yeah,
Jr.
you
it.
Donkey
Yeah.
Kong it the whole way
Grayson, you
up.
don't know how to climb
Yeah.
ropes.
He's
So
smarter than me. 2 ropes are better than 1.
yeah,
you can learn
so
something
what are
from him.
your two adverbs that you're going to choose?
I
here?
do it quickly and precisely. My movements are very well
All right.
calculated.
Zip, 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 zip,
Like
zip.
I'm moving so fast that there are points when I'm not actually touching a rope, but I'm still going.
What'd you do? Read a book about rope climbing, Grayson?
Hey, why would you make fun of him for like super winning this?
I hate when he does a good job.
I usually make fun of him about books, but this is actually very.
Yeah, this is quite
Yeah,
impressive.
so
I don't hear any of this.
Yeah, he's up on top, like like dusting his hands off and looking around.
I mean, I guess.
Even if we said it just amongst us 3 that was really impressive, he wouldn't get a big head about it. He can't hear us.
It was.
We could just admit.
I mean,
he was
yeah,
good at
okay, it was
something.
cool.
All right, there we go.
Why are you so mean to your brother?
Because his parents like him so much, and they think I'm weird and gross.
Hey, we all think you're weird and gross.
I wouldn't say
But
that.
like in a cool way.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Who would like to attempt this next?
Me.
Just throw.
Does it
I'm
have
just
to be
gonna.
a troll, or
just
can
pull
I
me
do?
up.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
just gonna hold on to this
I'll
one.
pull a rope up.
I don't weigh much.
Okay. Why don't you give me a straight up? Why don't you give me a troll roll? I think that
Troll
seems
roll.
most appropriate.
Troll roll.
All right, here you go, Avril. 10.
Oh, I was like, that looks like a 0.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
pick
I
3
died.
outcomes.
Shit.
Pick 3 of us.
Carefully,
Whoop, whoop.
Tackily.
helpfully,
And
And-
fawnily.
quickly. Just
Quickly. All right. So yeah. So Avril, you grab the end of the rope and you don't actually like tie it around yourself or anything like that. You just sort of like grab and you're kind of like tugging on it and you're like,
Go
come
on.
on. And Grayson reaches down and he wraps the rope around one arm and then he kind of like whips like a big loop and the loop goes down and as you're holding it, it like loops over your wrist where you're holding onto the rope and it actually like secures you, in a little bit tighter grip than you normally would have. And then he just carefully and right up over the edge.
Oh, gee, thanks, Grayson. That was my burnt hand. Hurt a lot.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Do you think she's saying thank you?
I'm sure she's very nice to him.
I'm
when
so
she's
sorry.
alone.
I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine, but you owe me.
I know. I'm sorry.
Why don't you go next, Tack, and
my
I'll watch your
God.
back.
I can't really climb that well. I'm not going to try to just climb.
Well, I'll catch you if you fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna hawk
Just
a
a troll
loogie
roll?
down
It's a
between
troll
them.
roll. Yes.
I don't have a
Oh,
good.
oh no.
Can't actually
What the
see.
hell?
It's
I think that's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
All right.
The worst dice ever.
So you begin to, climb up. You do slip down. Thawne does catch you.
I got you.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Well, the more you try, the better you'll do.
That's fine. The bad thing that happens is the swirling wind. There's flecks of snow and sleet that begin descending, and the two of you turn around and you look and you can see into the keep just a little bit, and you see there's a glint of something that catches your eye, and you see a tall, probably 7 foot tall, very gaunt, thin figure, all in a white robe with this silver fringe and a hooded cowl, and it's doing some sort of gesture, and you can see this glimmering silver rune floating in the air next to it.
I bet that's the guy.
yeah, probably. Does it seem like he sees us?
Oh no, no, he's very. This figure, whoever it is very clearly concentrating on and as you, I mean, you only steal a glance into the keep, right? There's something he is doing some sort of hand gesture where it looks like maybe he's crafting or manipulating this rune as it floats in the air. The shape of the silver kind of shifts.
A rune being...
Like a weird magical glyph, but it's made out of something
is...
silvery, right?
Okay. It's it's a conglomeration of the silver that was stolen.
That's what it looks like, and it's sort of weaving its way through the air as he does these gestures. It sort of spins and transforms, almost as if it was a set of silvery snakes or something like that. But it's doing that as the two of you are, you've got.
Tech.
What do we do?
You got tack in your arms.
Can't talk to them. They're still at the bottom.
Yeah, they're down. Do we wait for them?
We should. Let's see. I want to kind of devise an elevator system, like something that isn't climbing but is more.
You don't really have any
physics.
pulleys or anything like that you could do that.
All right,
with.
then I want to try to use a unicorn to pole vault myself onto the keep.
Holy crap.
Well, it's 50 feet up. You can't
Okay,
pole
well,
vault
then I
yourself
wanna
50 feet up in there.
fly.
Well,
Can I help her
Player
up there?
box.
Can we both? Can I I don't know.
Throw
How would that
her?
work? Climbing. Is there a ladder that's easier to climb?
there is a
There's
ladder.
an escalator. You never.
There's a ladder,
Yeah,
but the
an
bottom
elevator.
20 feet of it have been cut off by somebody who's a total jerk. So you would have to climb at least
was
20
me.
feet
Fucking good
and then
idea.
swing over to where the ladder is and grab onto it and then
Well, that's
climb the
probably
ladder
easier
up.
than just climbing.
So,
Look, just keep trying. Eventually, you'll have to climb up there.
But more bad things would keep happening.
I'll keep catching you.
Could I help them up as well?
absolutely, you can try and pull one of them up if you
Alright.
if you
Oi,
so
Grayson!
I'm just gonna grab the rope and yank it a couple of times.
All right, so as the two of you are discussing, well, wait, we could go up and then go across.
Yeah, it
and
would work for her.
there's just behind you. What we see in this shot is the two of you standing next to each other, well, I think we should go over and grab that ladder. And just behind you, you just see this big long rope just swinging back and forth, back and
know what
forth,
the answer
back
could be.
and forth.
I mean, if I
back
had more
and
time, I could really, I could devise a catapult.
Yeah.
And
Roll
finally,
something.
Grayson puts a big whirl in it, and it whips you right in the back of the head. Whack!
Oh,
You get hit by this rope.
Oh, I think your ride's here.
Thank you for the follow, the fabled Grim.
The fabled
Fabled
grim.
You think what?
I think your ride's here.
Oh, here we go. Well, maybe this is the simplest answer. I kind of don't want to give Grayson any more
All right.
narcissism than he already has.
Getting tired.
Oh.
4.
4, 1 outcome.
Okay, I do it forcefully. I'm getting tired, so I'm literally
My shoulders almost pull out of their sockets. So
Yeah, you'll be all right.
And sure enough, Grayson pulls Tack straight up over the edge,
All right.
but rather brusque. The last maybe 15 to 20 feet are over the rocky, cliff-like edge of the chunk of land, and he drags you across that without any sort of grace or delicacy. It's just kind of like roughly like scrapes you across the rock, bump, 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 and then he yanks you over the edge.
Enough!
I'm gonna climb up another rope if I can at this point. Or
Sure,
attempt to.
you can try.
Is it unicorn or is it troll?
It's a troll check.
Cool.
You got this. You
Yeah.
totally got this.
That's
Right,
9.
Irving?
So that's 2.
9 is 2, yeah.
Cool.
You get to choose 2 outcomes.
Carefully, quickly.
All right. Sure. So you scamper up to the 20 feet, and then you swing over to the rope ladder, and then right up the rope ladder and up and over the edge.
Rope ladder's
So
the way to
you're
go.
all standing, at the far end there. You're all standing, kind of over here, and you can see into the courtyard here, and it looks like at the top of this tower is where this whatever this figure is doing
there was
some
a
sort
man.
of ritual.
I think he was doing some
He's
magic.
still there. Just look.
He's
Just look.
Is he still there?
And as you guys are discussing this, and the time it took you to climb up the 50 feet or so, the snowstorm that has started, the little spitting sleet and snow and stuff like that, has begun to intensify, and you can see dark clouds begin to roll in. And the absolutely weird thing is, there's thunder. This is thunder snow.
Thunder snow.
It's a real thing.
What is
it's
it?
weird,
What is
but
it?
it's a real thing.
What's thunder snow? Mr. Bookworm?
This didn't happen last time.
it's when there's snow, but there's also thunder. So it's a very. It's exactly what it sounds like.
You're so smart.
Good job, nerd.
Well,
Yes, that earthquakes and natural disasters class really paid off.
It did.
To be fair, the chapter on thunder snow just reads, "It's exactly what it sounds like." All right, what would you like to do? So,
Is the gate open? The front gate?
Yeah, the front gate is
How would
open.
we? So we're on the same eye level as him.
No, he's
up?
up above. Yeah.
He
yeah.
up,
Mm-hmm.
and there's stairs.
up.
You're not sure. It looks like
Yo, wizard,
there's
you up?
there's maybe a doorway or something that maybe goes up inside the tower.
Let's go up there. Let's
yeah.
get up to his level.
Well, let's get inside the courtyard first.
If you get me face to face with him, maybe I can work my magic on them.
You got magic?
Not that kind of magic, like flirty girl magic.
Oh.
I don't want to see you flirt with some dude. It's gross.
You're my brother. What do you care?
It's gross.
Are you jealous?
No, I'm not jealous.
I don't think flirting is the answer here. He doesn't look very friendly.
Charm, whatever.
Plus, you're like.
Well, let's get inside
Do you
first.
think did he see you guys? Do we have the element of surprise still?
He didn't seem to see
Seems like
us.
you noticed us.
Let's be quiet then.
Okay.
Oh, it's hard.
Okay, so you guys are going to try and sneak in. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Who has the worst imp?
I think we're all at 4.
I think
No, I'm at 6.
No, I'm
Okay.
at 6.
I've got a 6.
It's just you.
So I'm
Just
4.
you.
Don't
All right.
Pose your
How
lowest
about
score.
everybody roll? Let's see what happens. Everybody has a chance to fail.
Whoa!
That's not it. That is.
1.
Uh-huh.
Let's get a tie.
So 2.
1.
All right, 3
We
fails.
just start arguing with each other and getting louder.
All right.
Call me your sister in front
You
of these
get
guys.
to
It's
you
weird.
get to choose one
You're
outcome.
my sister and I love you.
What is it
Jesus.
going
Oh
to
my
be?
god, don't say you love me.
I was
That's a
going to
nice
say
thing to
quietly, but
say.
does that matter?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, apparently not. Well, it can matter for you, right?
Okay.
So
So
you don't like
I mean, you can successfully
Real
sneak
sister,
in
but
the
a
front
with them
door.
arguing, I'm going
Do
to
you,
take some sort of
love
different
her?
path.
Yeah.
no,
okay.
ew, that's
All right.
fucking gross.
Yeah, but you care about her. Like she's gonna, if she died, you'd cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
What?
Ew.
Why? He cries all the time. That wouldn't be weird anyway.
Okay, that's a great
I don't cry all the time.
You cry. You
You
cry,
cry out
a
your
lot.
wiener while you sleep.
I don't.
Bedwetter.
I don't do that anymore.
A year. Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, Eric's not coming back next week.
All right, so Grayson is doing his best to kind of like sneak along, but with his tall, awkward, gangly frame, he trips on a chunk of kind of upturned cobblestone or whatever in the thing. And when he trips, he sort of stumbles a little bit. He stumbles into you, and then he trips and falls backwards a little bit and falls back into you. So
He
kind
like
of
pinballs.
yeah, he falls forward into you and tries to catch himself, and Avril just sort of like goes, stop it, and he turns around and then trips and kind of falls into you.
So cute.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like when you guys like shouted at you, like "Get off me" or whatever, it echoes throughout the courtyard here, right? And you're inside. The walls are metal, so the sound really bounces off.
Dampening it. You know what I mean?
So you see the tall figure in the white cowl with the silver trimmings on it suddenly turns and looks down at you, and then it turns back and it begins doing something even very quick and very precise, and you see the runes start shining.
Oh my God.
But unfortunately, the other thing that happens is there's a bolt of lightning that comes down out of the thunder snow, and it strikes the door, like in front of the doorway where you think you would go up the stairs, right? You've kind of like scurried off to one side, and you can tell that there's an old walkway, like a catwalk, that you might be able to jump up to, and at least it's a long way around, but you might start being able to run the catwalk and then get up to one of the guard towers and then run the catwalk over to where the wizard's tower is and maybe kind of climb the outside of that, right?
Okay, yeah, that's
like
my
a lot
plan.
of rolls.
It's a lot of work, but it would be an alternative way to get there. But there's this like bolt of lightning, and then instantly like very heavy snow begins falling, but it falls in a like really slow.
Is this thunder snow or lightning snow?
Like it falls in an incredibly slow.
Get off the ground!
But the flakes of snow are literally like up like this big around, right? And as you see them kind of tumble over and over and over again,
They're bunnies.
you can see that there are runes where normally it would be the typical crystalline pattern. You see that there are runes in the snow tumbling
God.
over and over and over.
Ooh, I want to see.
Ooh, I
can
eat one.
Can I read the rune somehow?
That is a gargoyle check
Then
to
probably.
see the unseen. So let's see what
What
happens.
the actual fuck is this?
Well, you jinxed it. You jinxer.
All right. So you like take in you try and you direct your gaze directly at one of the runes, and you see it in its full potency, and you freeze up. You're paralyzed.
You looked at it too hard?
I said,
Yeah.
what the actual fuck?
Oh my God,
like
guys, no one look at the runes. No one look at the runes.
Tack.
Oh God! Oh God!
Someone take
I
her
killed
toy.
Tack.
She's fine. Just frozen like everybody back in the village.
All right, the two of you you've kind of like checked her and tipped her over. Would you like to do
Oh,
something?
great going, man.
Sorry.
Pick her back up.
Okay. And I'm just like holding her. What do I do?
And
Get it,
she's
you're strong. Put her
completely
back down.
frozen and stiff.
Oh my gosh, just set her gently on the ground. She's fine.
As you set her on the ground, you hear this kind of like clattering noise, and you see the little wooden mummer's wagon tumble out of her pocket and roll across the stone.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
All right, roll your gargoyle check.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Oh, two. Okay.
2. All right, so
I feel like I should re-roll that. I kind of hit the edge of the.
Maybe.
Nah.
It's not gonna be any better. Yeah. Never mind. I'll stick with the 2.
Mr. Impressive.
Impressive.
Is it you? Is it you?
I didn't know Grayson was watching his own show. Very
I'm on
good.
Twitch right now.
It's Irving.
It's Irving. He's impressively cute.
He's just sad.
So you just start cranking
That's
it
your
and cranking
right
it. I'm trying to think how this
Don't tell me what to do.
plays out. And so the mummer's waking, and the top pops off and the walls pop down, and
I'm doing
you
it.
see a little man who's playing a violin, and as he plays the violin, there's a set of like a little set of sticks, like it looks like a little fire, like a campfire, right? Except it's not lit, and he plays faster and faster and faster, and as he plays, little horns grow out of the side of his head, and when the horns come out, all of a sudden
I can't stop.
his eyes like flash red for a moment, and then there's like, and there's a burning gout of flame that flickers up from the small little
this
ring of
shit again.
campfire logs, and and you see that gout of flame encompass Tack. But she still doesn't move.
I'm not a witch like her. It's not work out.
And yeah, so you just see blisters like form all over her skin.
Oh my
as
God.
She gets burned momentarily by this gout of flame.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up! I'll take it and I'll start cranking. Look, we
Yep.
4.
Oh my god.
All right, so pick an outcome.
I do it helpfully. So whatever I do is helpful.
All right, so
Make it stop!
You make it stop. So you turn it, and then he finishes his little tune, and then he puts his violin away, and he takes a bow, and then clap, clap, clap. The thing closes back together, and the flames go out.
I was expecting to go, why'd you set her on fire, Grayson?
I take full responsibility for that.
Can I do anything? Can I like silently pray to the the dwarven god?
Thank
that
you,
I worship at home?
C2DT for
Oh,
the
yes.
follow.
C2DT.
Like deep in my stupor.
So I will let you call into shadow. You're going to do it with disadvantage because you're completely paralyzed. So you roll twice, take the lower result.
Or I could do dragon, invoke the elders.
This is more your.
It's my magic stuff.
Yeah, invoke the elders is more of a thing of kind of asserting adult authority. So like,
That ain't me.
Yeah, being able to like to like. Oh, you'll get in trouble. It's something Grayson would do. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
So 7 so far.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so 7 is the lower one, so you get to choose 2 outcomes.
Okay, I definitely have to be boldly and cleverly, and all I'm doing is like trying to silently talk to my toy.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, yeah, probably, but I guess like I definitely believe in this power of toy thing, so
Okay.
silently saying to it, listen to me, help me, you have to. These runes are getting powerful.
You hear a voice in your head say, "There's no charity. There's only bargains.
Oh, I fucking told you it's a devil toy.
What do you
Eat
offer
it,
me?
I,
Silly pond.
if you help me save
Silly
this
pond.
town, I'll do your bidding.
Oh.
You'll grant me your soul in exchange for saving the town?
Whenever you want it, or at the end of my life.
I will accept those terms whenever I want it or at the end of your life. That sounds like an acceptable bargain to me.
What a deal.
Your deal
You're
is
bad at this.
accepted. And
Oh shit.
and suddenly there's like, there's a halo of green fire that envelops you, right? And you just see.
I didn't do it! I didn't do that!
I'm not touching! What did you do?
You see, Tack is paralyzed in place, right? But suddenly her eyes go completely black, and then just rivulets of black oil become streaming down out of her eyes, and you start making this kind of like unholy wailing noise.
Oh my god, I'm trying to tell
And
her.
she holds her hands up in the air, like this, and the gouts of flame, of green flame, go up into the sky, and as they touch the snowflakes, you see the snowflakes like burst into little gouts of green smoke and steam, and they're instantly start dissolving. And as you're like, the pathway of flame goes straight out in front of you, right? So it goes up into the sky for a moment, then it like sucks down back into you, goes straight towards the door, and races up into the tower. And you see the tower begin to become enveloped in this green flame. What would the rest of you like to do?
Well,
this is fire?
You're channeling this thing. Well,
I think
you
we just
can
watch the fire
move,
off,
right?
and
But
then we
you're
shoot
like
away.
it's the power of whatever's in the mummer's wagon is exerting its magic, its magical force, its eldritch power through you.
If you've ever seen
So.
any episode of Supernatural,
So you guys are watching this. Is there anything you would like to do at this point? You definitely see like the silver cowled figure like suddenly turn and look down into the courtyard and see this like this pathway of flame just go from Tak's body
We're sorry,
straight
we're sorry,
towards
we're
the
sorry,
window
we're
tower
sorry,
and
we're
then begin to like swirl up in like a vortex tornado of fire up the tower.
Well, I was gonna go that way, but not anymore.
Okay.
Can I roll to not piss my pants?
I wanna roll for
give
him
me a
too,
Minotaur roll. That's embrace danger. No, hold stead. That's a troll roll. You're trying to hold steadfast.
Okay.
oh my god,
Okay, I don't piss my pants.
You actually
you
get
do
to
so boldly.
Yeah.
cleverly don't piss your pants.
Yeah, I cleverly and forcefully don't piss my pants.
Do you want to try anything or not? Are you good with just
It's like
watching
going
this
up
unfold?
towards the wizard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess I'll just hang out.
All right.
I'm gonna try and protect them if I can. Just like tell them all to get down into the snow in case something explodes.
Okay, so you hear Thawne, yell like, "Get down! Get down! Get down!"
I'm just like,
Yeah.
So as this gout of flame begins racing up the tower, you see the white cowled figure quickly grab the silver rune and break off a piece of it, and you see it kind of make this motion towards something that it's holding in its hand. And then it goes to grab another piece, and at this point, the gout of green flame encircles it, and there's this momentarily scintillating sickly yellow light, and you can see its skeleton, and it has long clawed hands and a very long, almost reptilian type of skull, which is lit up from inside as it catches fire and then is burned to a blackened crisp. And then collapses at the top of the tower. And you come back to reality. And the snow has abated completely.
Holy shite! What happened?
What did you do?
you
What
made a
was
deal with the devil, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
Right, guys?
that? I don't know.
I called it. You made a deal with the devil.
I touched
This proves it.
that thing.
What'd you
What?
touch?
I touched the thing. I took the thing and I turned the thing, and then all this stuff.
Did the devil talk to you?
No.
Grayson, this isn't about you. It's
Is that
about
toy
Tack.
still on the ground?
Yeah, it's is it still on the ground? That's a good question.
I mean, I had it in my hands. I don't know if I dropped it at any point.
Oh, I assume you probably
Yeah, I
would've
just
liked
like,
to,
"Oh,
let
no,
go
no."
of it. Yeah, it's still it's now just laying on the ground, but it's standing upright.
Okay, I want to grab it. and start-
I tackle it. I cover this.
So why don't
water
you
with my
each
body.
make a unicorn roll to see who actually gets to it
It's
first?
no good. This thing is bad.
7,
One.
1. All right.
So
Don't-
So he reaches down and snatches it up off the
Give it
ground
back.
before you can,
Don't
you can
take
get to
that.
it.
I'm gonna snatch it.
And as she says this, her eyes are still black, and when she says "give it back," you hear her voice drops 2 octaves. and
Give
she
it
says,
back, give it
Don't
back."
take that. Give it back.
I'm gonna run for the edge of this. quickly
What? I
and
told you this would
forcefully.
happen.
No, that's not.
Remember,
They're
guys,
not-
when I said that? We were
Stop
getting
it!
there? I did.
This
I
is
s-
black
I called
magic.
it.
You can't do it.
This is black
No,
magic.
it's part of me. You can't.
Ah!
I'm throwing myself after it.
All right.
I'm
so,
gonna try and grab her.
So give me, I need you to give me a dragon roll, and I need you to give me a unicorn roll to see
Can I?
who's actually gonna do their thing first, right?
8,
8.
Oh, shit,
Oh, you
Rob's
get to pick
rolling
two outcomes.
6.
6. You get to pick one outcome. So here's the thing with your dragon roll. You can somewhat control the eldritch force that is inside of you, which wants to keep this thing. But what are your 2 outcomes for throwing this thing over the edge of the cliff?
Forcefully
Uh-huh.
and precisely aiming for what's down there. What could be the most awful thing to throw it into?
I mean, that's
A dragon's
hard to
passing
say.
by and says like, ah, and then I throw it into his mouth.
It's flying by, but
You
yawning.
don't get to determine that kind of
Sure.
outcome.
I'm going to say quickly and forcefully. Quickly so she doesn't see where I'm throwing it,
Okay, so quickly and forcefully. So
Baseball.
like baseball.
this force that you have bargained with wants the mummer's toy to stay in your possession.
Yeah.
It wants to hurt him, but you're managing to stay in control of your faculties. So
Okay.
what would you like to do?
I want it to reappear in my hand.
Give me a gargoyle roll.
2.
Oh.
2. All right, so
Too happy
so
about
you like
that.
fling it, you fling it off, and it goes sailing, right? And
That's mine.
What?
that's mine. And she puts her hand out and she goes, "It didn't go far," and goes like this. But when it reappears in her hand, it's been broken. It's clearly been smashed on the rocks. And so you summon it back to yourself,
Okay.
but it's summoned in whatever condition it ended up in. So you see it as this smashed and broken, vessel that is now permanently damaged.
Yes.
What have you done?
You don't need it. It's taking control of you.
No, it isn't.
Listen to yourself.
This is exactly what I wanted.
This is what you wanted?
Just because it scares you doesn't mean it's bad.
Scares me. What? Look at yourself. I can almost see the horns.
I helped the town.
She's not wrong.
We don't know that yet.
But what?
This was good magic.
I'm sorry. I did what I had to.
And as she says the words "good magic," you hear again, without her even turning the thing, you just hear the creepy like dun, dun, dun,
Aw,
dun,
jeez,
dun, dun,
Tack,
dun,
come
dun,
on.
come floating through the air.
I just don't believe you.
And as it does, the little mummer's wagon slowly reassembles itself in her hand.
Creepy.
I mean, this is a conversation I have with Tack a lot. But you guys can be privy to it. Can we just go home and pretend this didn't happen?
Just as soon as you say I was right
About what?
You were right.
about the toy being evil and her getting her soul taken.
You were half right.
How half? How half? Which half?
Evil is a relative.
Oh boy.
I don't think that's true.
When people start saying that, it's...
No, that man was evil and we destroyed him, but destruction of something is evil.
So
We don't-
you're evil.
We don't
Sometimes
even
you
know...
have to choose. I don't know. It asked me a question and I knew I wanted to save the town. That's what I answered.
Tack, you murdered somebody. You don't even know who that was.
But I was frozen. There was
It
no
wasn't
other
his
way.
fault. You were looking at some runes.
I support her decision.
All I did was destroy the runes. Somehow I knew that destroying the runes would help the town. If we go back, I'm sure that it's gone.
Oh, Sally Pond. Oh,
I was just trying to do the right thing. I'm not evil.
I just don't want you to lose your way.
I don't want that either.
I think it's a little late for that.
Are my eyes still black?
Yes, they are. Yes, but your voice is returning to normal. You don't know that your eyes will ever go
okay.
back.
Do we got a mirror? Anybody got a pocket mirror to show her eyes?
I don't think she needs a mirror. I think she knows.
Look at this little. The snow melted. Here's a little reflecting pond over here. Why don't you take a peek?
I'm
She
beautiful.
She sees.
I don't know what this is, you guys. Someone talked to me and wanted to know what I wanted. I was frozen, and it was the man inside the wagon, the one with the violin.
Just
This
get rid of it.
seems like a demon's trick. Have you read any books about this, Grayson?
They don't really have those in the library.
But I'm still me.
Band
I'm
scrolls.
still me. I promise. I'm not gonna do anything to hurt anyone.
Do you still have your soul or not?
I have a feeling I still have my soul. But how would you know?
I feel like you
I don't
would
know. Someone
know.
say something sensitive to her. Grayson. Say something emotionally bearing to her.
I'm sorry I pushed you over.
Yeah, I feel that.
You feel annoyed?
I feel a little annoyed.
All right, she still has it, but that doesn't mean you're going to keep it.
I have to keep this mummer's wagon. I don't know.
Or at least lock it up until you're ready for its power.
Yeah, let's take it home
Okay,
and put it in the
I'll
chest
put-
in
I'll-
your bedroom.
That's
No,
what I'll do.
lock it up here.
Lock it up here.
In
What
the
if we- It's so
Ironkeep.
hard to get back here. What if we
It's
need it?
came.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can keep it that far from me. It came back to me.
There's only one way to find out. Put it up here and we'll see if it
It
comes
doesn't
back.
frighten me.
But what if
It frightens everyone
What if
around
those
you.
wyverns get a hold of it?
Thane, people come up here a lot.
Make out. They make out. What if they
See,
make out?
I feel like I
on
have
it?
control over it, but if someone else found it like you, that's why I didn't want you to touch it. You don't know what the power is. It spoke to me. It didn't speak to any of you.
What did
Avril
it
set
say?
you on fire.
I didn't. I did not. What the fuck? I wouldn't do that.
Not on purpose.
Grayson did it.
No, I
I just think it's dangerous in anyone else's hands.
it is. I would agree
We've
with
proven that
Yeah.
thanks to Grayson
No,
over
I
here.
didn't do.
Take it or I'll tell Mom about that thing.
I'm gonna put the.
Okay, I did it.
What'd you do?
I did it. I used the thing and then it caught you on fire.
Well, I'm okay now, but see, that just proves my point that I don't think we should leave it up here. If they came
Alright.
into the wrong hands, who knows what the voice would say to them?
Well, why
Let's
don't you
bury it.
give it to one of us and we'll bury it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
As long as you stick
can
with
we
us.
do that? Like, that's the secret. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing that she buries in the woods for you?
Yeah.
Sure.
My warlock focus.
All right. Yeah, all right. Very good. So
Okay,
you
I'm
give it
gonna
to
take
Avril.
it and bury it so you don't know where it is.
I'm gonna
okay?
put the safety on the on the winder.
I'm not gonna try it again. Not gonna try it. I've learned my lesson thanks to Grayson's mistakes.
Do you think my family will still? What?
With you saying that, I'm going to give you a nice hug. So like, we're your family.
Yeah, but
We'll always love you.
We're doing this because we care
but
about
look
you.
at, you see my eyes of my little sister and little brother. They're gonna look at me like I'm a monster.
I think they're cute.
I think it's time for you to get bullied now.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, I've
That's
been
a
getting
weird
bullied.
thing to bring into this.
I've been bullied my entire life. It only just now switched over to you, and I don't know what happened.
People
I'm
are gonna
just
fear
saying.
you at school. You're gonna be like the cool kid.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you guys climb down from the tower.
Yeah.
You go back
You
into
won't hang
the
out
old
with silly old
forest.
Grayson anymore.
Avril goes off, kind of off the path, and goes off a ways and buries the.
I'm gonna put
the
like
mummer's
a
wagon.
marker that only I would be able to identify
Okay,
though, in
all
case
right.
I need to find it again.
Grayson
and,
sucks.
And over the
Everyone
course of like
know.
the next 5 hours, you travel back towards the village. The further and further you get away from wherever she
Were the
buried
horses
this
still
thing,
there?
your eyes begin to turn back toward normal
Thank God.
as you get further and further away. Your horses are still there, and you get back to the village. And the village has been restored to normal.
The house isn't burnt down
normality.
anymore?
Oh no, the house is completely burned down, and you see Gregory like talking to his dad, like they broke my arm, and then they clonked my
Wait,
head
I'm gonna
into
make
this
eye
thing.
contact.
And then
Greg.
she did something with a thing. I couldn't see what it was, but I
I
heard
wink at
this.
him.
And he's like, I mean, It was fine. They were like they took ace care of me. I don't know. I guess the fire was left burning by accident in the hearth, and somehow some things must have fallen out and caught the building on fire by accident, Dad. And he's like, oh well, that I suppose that could make sense. That's something that could certainly happen. It's too bad we lost your grandmother's fine woolen blanket. She gave that to us for
It was an
safekeeping.
embroidered
A
woolen blanket.
family heirloom to keep us warm over the winter here. That's certainly.
That was a freebie,
troubling.
I guess. That's nice.
I'm flipping my 3 gold coins up in the air.
It's a little dark. You just burned their house down.
Hey, it's a duck.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. Your brother and sister like yawn and like wake up and they're like,
we walk
"Oh,
by. I'm
Jack."
like, Mr. Muckfutter.
and you see the mayor's wife just kind of looks at you and she's like, Grayson, you come by for dinner tonight.
Oh, shucks.
What's that about? Are you guys banging?
No, shut up. Shut up, Avril. God.
All right, and with that ends session 0 of the Ironkeep Chronicles, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this character building session. Again, we have been playing a modified version of John Harper's The Wildlings. If you search John Harper and Wildlings, you'll get directed to 1-7 Designs, where you can download the PDF of the original game. It doesn't quite have all of the fancy bells and whistles that I have bolted onto this thing, or the crude, clunky bells and whistles that I have hammered onto this thing, but you can get an idea of how the system works. If you are one of our Patreon backers, in the Patreon folder, under Ironkeep, there is the character sheet that we used tonight for tonight's game. So if you haven't backed us, there's a reason to do it. If you are a backer, congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting our show and our channel. Hey, let's have a big round of applause for our players, our new cast. Yay!
That's us.
We'll go around the table. Gaurav, do you have anything you want to promote? You want to kick out there into this ether cyberspace?
Nope. You can follow me on Twitter at @DoubleGXG. The word double, not actual double.
You have been doing a series of like DM hints
Yeah,
and tips and history and things like
Yes,
that, right?
Tactical Studies is a series I've been doing. I haven't done one in the past week because I was out of town, but next week expect a new one. Next
And
week.
is the giveaway, you were doing a giveaway for a Traps book, right? Is that
Yeah, it was
still
a trap
going?
compendium. I believe it ends tonight at midnight.
Well, you've got
actually.
25 minutes.
If it hasn't already, I believe it ends tonight at midnight. Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
guys can still go on Twitter and enter the giveaway. There's only like 200-something people so far, so.
Awesome,
There's actually
awesome,
pretty
very
good
good.
Oh, 200 people submitted?
Well, entries, but like every person gets like 10 or so entries. So
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
I don't know. Do the math.
Even
20
knows.
Awesome.
Do the math, real hard math.
Havana, what would you like to promote?
Hey, I stream video games on my private channel. I always say that like no one's invited. My personal channel, Vanna_Rama, here on Twitch. I've been playing through Outlast 2, which has been fun. If you want to check that out, Twitter is Havana Rama. You can check out my podcast. Don't take our word for it. It's a comedy advice podcast. Pretty fun, cool time. And Dad Magic, my comedy duo, is we're filming our new web series this month, so keep an eye out for that. You can follow us on YouTube, and we'll be posting on there. So.
Awesome. Very good, very good. Mr. Eric Riker!
Hi. I guess you can just follow me on Instagram at mostly shit, and then I post there about the things I do. So
Mostly shit.
yeah.
Tomorrow
mostly
morning, he'll be posting all of his awesome lifts and squats
Yeah.
that he'll be doing.
I'm,
6 a.m.
I'm too
modest.
modest to
You're
do
too
that.
much of a goody two shoes. You're too
Also-
much of a Grayson Hale.
No, also
Wait, are
I'm
you
a
starting a workout regime?
no. I'm afraid my form's not good enough for people start
Yeah,
judging me
squats
based on
are
my
hard.
Yeah.
But are you doing a workout regime?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Regime.
I don't know. What,
Communist workout.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
That face.
Amy Vorpal, in addition to fostering a new dog or adopting a new
Yes,
dog,
yes,
becoming
well,
a new dog mom, becoming the best dog mom you can be,
Oh my
And
gosh,
it seems
I'm
like
so
it's my
nervous.
dog
to
now.
our young
Yeah,
Irving.
He slept
He's
everywhere in
chosen
this
Eric.
room, like within at least a 3-foot radius from me. So I'm doing great.
I think the dog bed might have some sort of anti-dog polarity to it.
I
where
think
it-
I think
Seems
he's.
like a
I
bad
actually
design.
think he's been so accustomed that he doesn't get nice things.
Yeah.
That he's like
just used to
cushions.
cement-
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think
me
he's just
too.
used to cement floor.
right.
Yeah, but he's he'll get all the love he
Facing a
needs
Phil escape.
really soon.
What else have you got going on?
So I'm at Vorpal Sword on all the things. You can buy my D&D album. It's called Songs in the Key of D&D on all the digital networks. Or just stream it on Spotify. I do a show on Geek and Sundry called Foreververse, and that's from 336. And then I'm also the writer on Mothership, which is on Geek and Sundry Nerdist, and Alpha, which is a really fun kind of late night style variety show for nerds. And that's kind of it.
Awesome. You can check all of that out at the appropriate place. You can also check everything about Saving Throw if you just *social, all of our fancy links.
Exclamation
point.
Right.
I'm not.
Go to savingthrow.ninja.
Oh, really?
Savingthrow.horse.
Nope, don't do that.
Savingthrow.horse.
Nope,
Oh, okay.
don't do that.
Savingthrow.clown.
I'm Tom Lommel.
Dot pizza.
I am at Dungeon Bastard on the tweeters. I'm also at Tom Lommel on the tweeters if you want more of my political leanings and pictures of my dog, which is about all I post there.
Yeah.
So that's on the regular tweeters. But if you want my RPG advice and insight, that's always at Dungeon Bastard. You can catch my recap of this show tomorrow at 2 o'clock, where we will
Wait,
talk.
is this Adventures League?
It's, we're not going to do a strict Adventures League game, but next week we will be doing Dungeons and Dragons 5. We will now take what we've laid out on the table here and reassemble and reincorporate it and create first level 5th edition characters. And
But what's exciting is that Tack is going to be a warlock.
right?
That's really cool.
That worked out well.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, just my quick overview is I thought this was a great session and it really gave us some great inspiration and some great
There
connections.
was a lot of
between-
accidental mashups that worked
That's
out really
what's
well.
great about
It's
like the
magical.
Dungeon World bond system. I love so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it do it?
And the
I hope we grow out of making fun of you, and also
Oh yeah, I'll be an adult next time, right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be a little bit more cool.
We're going to fast forward about 12 years into the timeline so that
Our relationship
everybody's
is still gonna
like,
be
Yeah,
complicated.
early mid-20s somewhere in there. So
My
that's
parents never come back.
that's the plan. But this was a lot of fun. You can hear more of my thoughts about this tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific, right here on Saving Throw.
Are we allowed to
where
watch that?
I'll do a recap. I don't know, not really, not usually. I don't know.
Can I watch part of it and then you tell me when to leave?
Because this was a session 0, I might have people who are available like come in and like at least into chat or whatever, and kind of like you guys could give your insight on what the session was like. Like going forward, I usually talk about like, okay, well here's what happened, but now here's where we're going next. So then it'll have spoilers about the adventure and things like that. But I've got some fun stuff planned. I got some
they can't
interesting
stop us
chat
from watching.
rewards for you guys to tune in and act upon. We really didn't have anything tonight because it was such a rules light system and because it was just a one-shot kind of character establishment in session 0. But we'll have more information for you guys on that. If not this week, then when I do the prep show on Tuesday. TCSX Hector, thanks so much for following us. Thanks to everybody who follows. Thanks to our
thank you so
mods.
much.
Thanks to Braid for re-upping for another 6 months. Thanks to all of our regulars who re-up and who support us on a regular basis. A special thanks to the man behind the camera, Mr. Dom Zook, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
loves RPGs more than anyone.
Yeah, he loves Saving Throw more than anyone because
He used to.
he's every time that beard grows another inch, he just gets a little angrier. So, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please, thanks to everybody who hosted us. If you loved the show, we will be back next week with D&D 5. We've got plenty of other stuff going on. You can check our calendar. But the best thing that you can do for us is, well, donate money or back our Patreon. Secondly, you can subscribe either here on Twitch or potentially on YouTube, but we really prefer Twitch. And then thirdly, you can just tell people about our show. Like Evil Gummy Bear just followed us. Thank you so much. So please give us subs, subscribes, follows, likes, thumbs up, all of those amazing things that you guys do to help spread the word about the show that we and the channel that we love so much. We hope you love it too. So with that in mind, until next time, let's dungeon!